for anybody that wants to say that is going to kill an innocent person because they want to protect their own life. You are a coward. If you cared enough about your life, you'll put your life at stake. You're not going to kill another innocent person.
This is the micro. Can you address the macro?
What are you talking about, macro? That is macro.
Right.
That's a universal principle.
No, just real quick. So, in the context of warfare,
warfare is different. Warfare is different because you're not talking about civilians. You're talking when there are two parties that come in and they decide to fight each other voluntarily as military and militant combatants. That's a completely different scenario. But if you're talking about innocent civilians who are not taking up the arms to attack, yes, 100%. That's a different scenario.
Okay.
So militant combatant against militant combatant.
Yeah, civilians die in every war, B-Master. It's the cost of doing war. It's the cost of doing business.
All I'm saying then.
Absolutely. And the point that I'm making is, if the ends justify the means, you're stuck in the means saying how immoral it is, but the ends is quite moral. Right?
Well, no. The means matter too. That's why
the means matter.
Scenario.
They're war crimes, right?
Right, because that's violation of the actual contract between countries of power. But that's violation of a rule that is the consensus.
You can't target citizens, for example.
Yeah, I mean, my understanding of it, though, is Israel right now is at 2 civilian deaths per every Hamas combatant, and that's considered the gold standard.
That's actually really
war.
good. That's actually, for guerrilla war in an urban setting, which is what it is, that's actually really good.
Why you always defund the guerrillas, DG?
DG Dark. Hey, DG Dark, get him, DG Dark.
Yeah, my whole thing.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta challenge that 2-1. We don't have the numbers to even establish that.
I'm going on IDS numbers.
We're going to use those numbers.
No. Why are you using an uncredible
IDS.
IDS who lies constantly though? We're going to use one organization
Let's not go into a rabbit hole.
Not as much as Gaza Health Ministry.
Okay, we don't have to go there either, right? I can put up a link that says 185,000 people died.
Funded by Qatar.
And that is, no, not funded by Qatar.
I'm kidding.
It's the,
wow, that's the number now? 185?
That is the number. And
that's almost all of them then, because there was 350.
180.
So the goal was 350.
It's 3 million people in there, bro.
No. The goal
is
350 because there's estimated to be 350,000.
It's a different conversation. So it's a different conversation because, like Gigi said, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
Trying to figure out which numbers you want to believe right now, because look, in any war, anywhere, this is not unique to Israel-Palestine. The numbers are in flux until long after the war. So trying to figure this out right now, us on Clubhouse, is like. It's really just flexing whichever side you already agree with.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But that 186, I looked at that headline, it says could exceed 186,000. As it is today, it's 38,000. Read the article you're referring, Al Jazeera.
No, hold on a second.
Yeah, Al Jazeera. I called it. It's Qatar.
Hold on.
You guys see all that shit?
500 people died.
I'm gonna look.
Hey, Gigi, that was totally by accident.
I fucking. I'll say this. I'll say this as somebody that worked for the Qatari government.
Posted it in the chat, Matt. It's in the chat. Go ahead, click on.
No, I'm talking about the Lancet article, and Lancet has been extremely reliable when reporting on war crime and numbers of deaths. They are extremely reliable.
Just read.
It's called the Lancet.
We're just reporting this number.
I'm not going to go with Al Jazeera. Oh my God. I didn't go with Al Jazeera. I went with Lancet. That's the magazine name.
And it's the same number as Al Jazeera that you're using. They got it from them.
No, the framing is not the same. And Al Jazeera got the number from them. Not the other way around. Al Jazeera is a reporting agency. They're not the one who did the investigation. They're not the one.
Al Jazeera says it's 38,000.
I'm not quoting Al Jazeera. You quoted Al Jazeera. I'm quoting the Lancet magazine article.
Louis, back to the argument, the Second World War. There is this book called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. It was by, I think it was by an American. who had a lot of time. He went by like all the records that America got from the Third Reich's document, and he like composed this whole book. So according to him, like, again, this is like I'm just summarizing like a small thing. Like I think the reason why like Hitler didn't get the latest facts when it was from his war council, like the war council downplayed a lot of his defeats. So in Hitler's perspective, like he was definitely like winning the war, or at least like the enemy was on the verge of collapse all the time. So that's why like they didn't know until the very end that Germany could not like they had such a good propaganda ministry that they thought that they were winning the war when they weren't, and that was like that's actually recorded. I don't know how they did it, and yeah, so that's why like at the very end he didn't know what was going on, and by the time it was too late, and not to say that he's like a noble soul or anything, but yeah, it was like he created a system which was not truthful.
Did you guys ever see that movie? It's in German, and it's like sort of like the end of the war from Hitler's perspective. It's actually
Yeah, I think I have.
It was memes. Yeah, I was gonna say there was a meme of it that you've probably seen where it's like Hitler in the final war room and he's yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
So that scene. Yeah, so that's a great scene.
The generals were scared.
The movie itself is fantastic. If you ever want a really interesting
movie. They didn't
movie.
want to argue against the numbers when you talk about it, but they didn't want to argue. Oh shit!
So the Lancet, the Lancet number is 37,000, Matt. I just put it in the link. And then Timothy, you posted 70% deaths, baby, children, and women. That's 2.3 to 1 ratio. Just divide 70 by 30.
Did you hear what source Matt was using?
Yeah, I pulled his source. I'm pulling his source from Lancet. I'm using Lancet. Yeah, I'm using Matt's.
Right. So CEO, I will capitulate to those numbers right now. How do we know who's a Hamas fighter and who's a civilian?
We can take the IDF's word, or we can take Gaza's word, right? Gaza's numbers are more like
No, that's not the question I asked, sir. How do we know? How can we distinguish the civilian from the Hamas fighters?
I'll answer.
Again, we're going off the reporting for both.
Don't know, man.
Yeah, he's saying he's relying on either you can rely on either the Gaza reports or the IDF reports.
No.
Right. No. My question is, how do we know when who on the Palestinian side is a civilian and who's a Hamas fighter when people are complaining that the Hamas fighters are not wearing uniform and that they're doing guerrilla warfare? How can we tell?
Right, Matt. He's saying that methodology. He's outsourcing. You can either outsource that to the Gaza numbers or the IDF numbers. So
Right,
their
but Gaza
methodology is
doesn't.
leaning on. You can go ahead.
The Gaza Health Ministry doesn't distinguish between Hamas fighters and
It does.
Court number died. That's what they say. Court number died, right?
Here. This is a
They say court number died. They do not say that those were Hamas fighters and those are not. Now the IDF is trying to be the most moral army by giving you a 2-to-1, right? And they created their own number. Now, when I say they created their own number, we have enough reason to suspect that they are not credible because they've been caught in many lies before, and we can use their reputation against them.
This is a fallacy. I don't know which one, but
How is it a fallacy when I'm using their reputation against them for being the liars? How is it a fallacy when I'm using your reputation against you?
Imagine how desperate to be that you gotta be to say it is a fallacy, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that was kind of. I can't lie, that was kind of crazy.
Review the argument.
To say that.
I have no great copy.
You can't. You gotta know what he said. I just don't know what.
So remember earlier when I said that you won't know the numbers until after the dust settles? That's the way it is for all wars, because to get final numbers, there are international organizations that come in. So again, right now you do have to rely on IDF numbers or Gaza numbers, and I think it's fair to assume both of them are incorrect. Even the international organizations that might have some access and are trying to make numbers, even they would say that their numbers are currently incorrect and inaccurate, just because of what is called the fog of war, which I've all heard that phrase, and it is a literal thing. And so what I'm saying, all I'm saying is that there are no accurate numbers. No, that's not what I'm saying. You didn't let me finish, but okay.
Yeah, did you, Dave?
So emotional over this.
I was almost getting to a point.
if I can go after Digi real quick, because everybody agrees, right? So everybody agrees that you either use one side or the other side, and Matt's saying that one side's not credible, right, Matt?
Both sides.
Why are you interrupting?
No, Matt's making the claim
Matt is
that
making the claim,
IDF,
just the IDF,
right?
sure.
And the fallacy is confirmation
You need to work on your big mic, nobody can hear you.
I don't know. Oh, great, thank you.
Right. Yeah, brother. Obviously, I was joking. It was tongue in cheek, dumb.
Yeah. Who's
It's the fact of it being a fallacy, bro.
Samoa's mad at?
Oh, here we go.
So, Digi, like Matt, you're arguing about the phase totality numbers of the Israel-Palestine conflict. Do you understand that we probably will never know the exact number?
Well, so what's the best thing to do, Monica?
His argument is that one
Wait, Monica.
side.
Wait. Monica.
We don't know the number. I can give you another example, right?
Matt's telling you that one side's not credible.
No, hold on. I'm gonna give you another example. I'm gonna give you another example of a war where we don't know how many civilian or military personnel died, and that is the Vietnam War. Right? Until today, we don't even have a clear number of how many military personnel on the Vietnam side died comparing to civilian. Why? Because we don't know. We can't figure it out.
Well, we know a minimum number. We know.
No. We know the total. We know the total. 1.2 million is the total. We don't know how many military personnel died comparing to civilian personnel. That's just the fact
That's
of
what happens when you embed your
Right.
military
If we
with
don't
your
know-
population.
No, that's not what happened. It's just going to warfare, right? When we don't know, we should not be making assumptions and
When you
assuming
make a
numbers
military
to
base
back
at
up
the
our
hospital,
argument.
sometimes
I get that. Why are we using numbers that are not clear to make our argument? That's my whole point.
Why are you
No,
really
I not challenge.
Matt, we
I
don't have
challenge
to. We
because
can
the
remain
IDF
agnostic.
Because the IDF is not a credible
That's what
source.
CEO said. That's what Gigi said.
Yeah, that's
what
my
he said.
point.
Right.
Okay,
Is
but
that-
all
All I said was arguing about numbers right now is a total waste of time.
Then he said, so we don't have to use their numbers. And then you said, no.
No, Matt
You said, wait, no.
He said
We're not going to throw out the
lies
numbers.
all the
We
time.
can't just throw out the numbers.
Matt said
That's what you
credibility.
did. You talked out of both sides of your fucking mouth.
The IDF is not
As
a
usual.
credible source. But the IDF is not a credible source. Nobody will take the IDF word for anything because they've been proven
Look
to
at
be
him putting
liars.
his foot on the
Throughout
scale.
throughout the whole situation, the IDF has been proven to be liars.
Sure, I'm
He
saying.
said they were
There
trying
you
to
go.
believe the numbers right
Now he's pushing it towards the
They
other
have
side.
been. No, they have been proven to be liars, and nobody can
See?
deny that.
So we
You
should
remember
trust
when they put
Hamas's
up the-
numbers.
Hold on. You don't remember when they put up the Arabic calendar and said those were the assignment of the people detained?
Now he's gonna persuade you on
Clearly
the right.
lied about.
Matt, you're saying Hamas's numbers are more credible?
I didn't say anything about number one who's credible. I'm
Great,
saying
let's-
be careful, and I'm not going to accept
I
the
feel like this is
numbers.
a
And
stupid
then,
argument,
and
man.
then,
Yeah, we don't accept the numbers either.
Because you are a shill.
Everybody
You are
don't
an Israel shill. Yes, this is a dumb argument.
Who, me?
You're dumb.
Conclusion.
As usual. Now you're getting mad about it because you're dumb.
No, you're a
You shouldn't be mad about it. You should go educate yourself. Go back to school, study, become a man. Like, become reasonable, be honest, have integrity. Don't say dumb shit all the time to suck dick. That's all you gotta do, bro. It's not that hard.
Crash out real early today.
What's the good numbers? That was the conclusion.
No, you're just dumb and you're insecure and you're mad at somebody smarter than you. Go educate yourself, man. You won't be dumb, bro.
And here you are.
Go educate yourself.
Because I fucking.
Why do I have to not be as dumb as you? Why do I have to be as dumb as you, bro? Why do I have to be as dumb as you, bro?
Chill.
Okay, there you go.
Louis Concrete.
Bastard.
Chill.
Uncouth. Oh no, Louis called me uncouth.
Both of you
The
chill.
fuck? Oh no, I can't even see. Louis called me uncouth.
Okay.
My motor skills. I can't walk.
All
Louis
done,
called me
all done.
uncouth.
Done, bro.
The
We're all
fuck?
done.
You're
We were
ruining
talking
the
about
conversation.
Shut
something.
the fuck up, dummy.
That's what you do.
Cry more. Cry more.
You chill too for a sec. Come on.
And yes,
All right.
listen to your white zaddy.
Back up.
Listen to your white zaddy.
No, actually, I think we should back up because, like I said, The numbers is a rabbit hole that is not worth going down. So back up, even before Israel. I don't even know what we ended up talking about Israel because B-Master brought it up as an example of something to do with like when it is not okay, it's not good to kill innocents.
What is Digi even talking about right now?
I'm going back.
What are you even talking about right now? If we're not gonna do, if we're not, the numbers aren't reliable. If the numbers aren't reliable, the numbers aren't reliable. It's real simple, right? You don't need to get into a long, drawn out. You don't need to get into a long, drawn-out explanation. If the numbers aren't reliable, the numbers aren't reliable. We're not gonna fucking use the numbers. Anybody appeals to the numbers, you say no. We're not appealing to numbers because numbers aren't reliable. Done. You don't get a fucking speech. A long, fucking drawn-out explanation. The numbers aren't reliable. We're done.
Concrete. I wasn't talking about why the numbers. I was trying to go back to bring us to what the conversation was before we talked about numbers. I don't care about the numbers. You're the one that just.
All right, then good. You don't care about the numbers. Let's go back to the conversation.
So I just want to.
Great, that's what I've been trying to do. And
be quiet. You weren't even in the original conversation. Be quiet. You weren't even in the original conversation. Here goes your son. Your son's looking for his dad. Approval from his dad.
So Matt, real quick. So Matt, you were right, but I didn't say anything because I enjoyed everyone yelling at you for the last 10 minutes.
Nobody. Only people that yell at Matt are like Israel.
Hey, look at the CEO, bro.
Only people that would yell at Matt are Israeli shills or dummies.
So I just want people to know that this is day 5 of Concrete spazzing out, so this should be like a mental health.
That's why they wanted.
Yeah, I almost think we should have a.
Yeah, did you remember we were interrupting talking crossways, and so I'm gonna do the same. And then when you say, "Oh, I'm a bad guy for doing it," that means you're a bad guy as well. Faggot. Thank you.
Yeah, so the original statement that B-Master made was he feels people are immoral if they try to protect their lives by taking a innocent life.
I think she's a coward.
No, what I said.
Right, a coward. Right, a coward for taking an innocent life to protect their own.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can apply that. You can apply that micro or macro.
Right. And we just gave you an example in warfare where you're trying to preserve your life, your experience, your reality.
B-Master, can I give another scenario?
That's the macro.
And I want
not the individual.
Can I go macro even with B-Master? I mean, again.
Samoa uses that go macro, go micro as a fucking
Shut your mouth.
to undermine his position, right? If you ask him to articulate what he means by the macro view or the micro view,
Yes, she knows exactly what I mean. She's talking about the individualistic.
Retard
on the small level.
Retard meta in every conversation you participate in. Weird, bro.
Can you do some more work, man?
Can we go back to the conversation at hand and not some weird fucking weirdo meta conversation about the conversation?
B-Master, I want to think about something for a second. There's a car.
Hey, DJ, what's up, bro? I bet you toast your peanuts in a microwave. I bet you toast your peanuts in a microwave.
And I shoot the driver because otherwise they're going to
I bet you have biscuits under your car. I bet you keep a tin of butter. I bet you keep a tin of butter under your car. I bet you keep some cheese in your glove compartment.
You're an autist, bro.
Yeah, it is a little.
Sorry.
A little Asperger right now.
Did you? I didn't hear that. Could you come again?
Sure.
I'll
start from the beginning.
I'll start.
Look at his
The beginning. I'm sorry that we're doing what we all do, but you're mad when I do it, and you do it. I hurts every fucking time somebody says something.
Does that make sense, or
he doesn't stop? No one tells him to stop. It's become so normal.
It's important to know the context.
And yet, when I do it, I know I'm being deliberate. It's not an autistic itch. It's a deliberate realization for you to see what you do on a regular basis.
Sure.
But you want to fight it.
What I do.
You don't want to acknowledge that, you know what? Since we're obviously in a war of attrition, where the enemy combatant isn't going to give up, why don't we all decide to have our own fucking peace?
Great.
But no, we will fight to the death. I don't.
Okay, so B-Master, did you hear that or not?
I absolutely did not. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try
again, Digi Dave has this habit of cross talking. I say, Digi, like, why are you doing this, bro? He said, well, you were screaming, so I just decided I'm gonna do it. I was like, yeah, but that's kind of weird, bro, because I didn't like, I didn't say shit about you. I didn't try to.
I am fine if
He
Congress.
says, well, it doesn't matter. Like, why would that matter? I'm in digi mode, right? I'm low-key digi. Low-key digi. I'm low-key digi. You'll like it. It's annoying as shit, but you'll like it. I'm low-key digi. So I'm going to just do it. And it is what it is.
Family issue, personal issue.
Okay,
I
so
think it's actually like a mental breakdown.
a car bearing.
Yeah, right? Low-key digi. I'm low-key digi, right? Hey, I'm low-key digi.
Is this what I do, Congress?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what you do, weirdo. And that's the same thing that Io does, right? So when you're talking and Io just wants to spur, oh, that's 45 times 3. That's all. You're talking, having a conversation. Tomorrow, dude. And y'all don't care. Y'all do it every fucking day, all day long. You don't give a fuck. And guess what? I'm gonna do it to you. I don't give a fuck. Maybe the lesson will be learned. Maybe people will realize Digi Dave's an asshole. Io is an asshole. Nobody ever stops them. Somebody should do something about it. But nobody ever does. So we'll just do it back. Fuck it. Here we are. This is society. Without laws. Without laws and governance, we will do those things which are done. Fuck it, here we are.
I have a business meeting. I'll be back
Each
in
of
a
us
little
is
bit,
taking
but
turns getting shit
you
from
need to
concrete.
figure out how to better represent yourself to the community.
Oh, look at that. I can get on my high horse after being a complete douche. Oh, he left, thank.
I was going to disagree with Digi because I think, look, that's what makes us all unique. Concrete has his way of doing shit. Digi has his way of doing shit. I don't think people need to, you know, I don't agree with that. I think
Doesn't it concrete does not reacting like a retard all the
No, I don't do that though. Come on.
fucking hear me, nigga.
He does it all the time. I like the way Io does. I mean, Io does his thing.
Io does that shit all the time. Io does that shit all the time. It's a fucking noise. Nobody says anything.
That doesn't.
And then he gets on a fucking high horse. That shit that got me stuck with Louis. That shit, Louis want to get his chest big on a fucking topic. He want to get his chest all fucking sticked out over a fucking topic.
You got packed up, bro.
You're like, damn, bro, calm down. We're just having a discussion. You want to get on this one? I'm not going to let you talk. I'm not going to let you talk. No, tell me why. Tell me how genocide occurred. Tell me why genocide occurred. Like, damn, nigga, what?
Bitch.
No, you're going to get the mirror today, motherfucker. You're getting the mirror. You're getting the mirror. You're getting the mirror today, sir.
Doesn't it suck when your therapist diagnoses you with autism instead of like lone sigma wolf, right? Like, doesn't that suck?
I feel like his therapist quit in Ken. His therapist quit. This is why we grew up with
And Io doesn't see himself. Io, admit that you... Wait. Let me see if I can do this. Io, can you admit that you are an autistic, incessant interrupter with no fucking... Wait, Inke, hold on. Io, can you admit that you are an incessant interrupter with no regard for who is speaking whenever you want to say something? Can you admit that?
That's not accurate at all. Some people...
That's not accurate at all.
Modulate my...
That's not accurate at all.
The answer is...
That's not accurate at all.
Lie about what
Are you out of your fucking mind?
My respect.
And I am the crazy one?
And that's just how I roll.
That's not accurate at all. That's not accurate at all. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, King, am I crazy? King, I know you're there, bro. King, don't be AFK right now, King. King, you heard what Io said? Yo, you heard what Io said?
Hey guys, Lion is here.
Hey, it's not my fault you hate the truth, Louis. It's not my fault you hate the truth. That's a part of your childishness. You hate the truth, bro. I'm sorry you hate the truth, bro. Why you call yourself a Christian and you hate the truth? Why do you call yourself a Christian and you hate the truth? Why do you hate the truth, sir?
I want to clarify that this is a new pathology.
I'm telling you how. Louis is a spaz. King, do you not know Louis is a spaz?
Beyond it at this point, bro. I got no
Dude, the way we got into it is I got tired of every time Louis get his feelings in an argument. He gotta make you the target, right? He gotta make you the target, and I got tired of it. I took it before, right? I said, you know what? He's emotional. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. But no, I said, no, not today. You know what I realized? Sometimes people are so aloof to their own behaviors, you really can't show them the mirror. You gotta be nicer. I actually see that I could have been nicer with it. I could have been nicer about it, but because now I think I broke him. And I didn't mean to break him. I just wanted to be a little bit more self-aware. But we all know how Louis sticks out his chest when he gets upset or in an argument, right? We all know Louis sticks out his chest whenever he gets into a debate where the topic is special to him, right? You know, all of us have experienced it. And you like, why does this happen? Why is the nigga getting all emotional over a fucking abstract concept, abstract conversation? It's not about him. It's not about his peoples. It's about Israel. Why is he getting so fucking emotional?
King, this all started with Concrete coming off the mic. We were having a conversation about whether what the situation in Israel is a genocide or not. I concluded that it's not, right? The ICJ hasn't made any such ruling that they've asked Israel to like move with precaution in how they choose to, deal with the Hamas situation. But I don't think anything constitutes a genocide, which is like the specific targeting of ethnicity and trying to wipe them out like systematically, right? That's what we all agreed on. That was the definition we all agreed on. I was like, and I could say, this shit's that's going on in the West Bank is fucked up. I'm not like a fucking Israel apologist like this weirdo wants to paint it out to be. I just said, I don't think what's going on is a genocide, and that's what caused this fucking weirdo to say, oh, you're a fucking Jewish spur, you're an Israeli spur, da-da-da-da. He lost his fucking mind that day. And I had to set him straight.
Is that true, Concrete?
No, and anyone who's there.
So here's how it goes, and you tell me if you recollect this being Louis' like modus operandi, right? So yeah, we went into the Jewish conversation. I'm giving my submission. Whilst I'm giving my submission, you get Louis coming off the mic. Is it a genocide? Is it a genocide? That's not the exact question. I don't remember what the question was, right? I don't remember what the question was. Just imagine you're trying to give your submission, and there's a nigga going, is it a genocide? Is it a genocide? Is it a genocide? Is it a genocide? And now you're like, damn, bro, can I get my shit out? Is it a genocide? Or why didn't you answer the question? Is it a genocide? Now, let me ask you a question, King. Are you familiar with Louis behaving like that in a conversation?
Coming off the mic to maybe ask a question?
Repeatedly interrupting you while you're giving your submission, yes.
That's not a constant behavior, but he's done it before. I've done it too.
Yeah, we've all done it, right?
Yeah, we've all done it.
So, when he did it, I was just tired of it because it always happens. That's it. I just got tired of it because I'm like, bro, we're talking about Israel. We're talking about fucking ostensibly. We're talking about ostensibly white. We're talking about us. He's still doing it. He's still doing it. He can't help himself. Thank you for letting everybody see you do it. Thank you. Bro, you're nobody to me, bro. Thank you. Just so you know, you're doing it now. Don't cry. Don't cry because you're saying I didn't do this. You did it. You're doing it now. Anyway, so the whole point is Louis got all emotional like he always does. And I was like tired of it, so I gave him the fucking business. And ever since I gave him the business, he's been butthurt about it. And he wants to get his lick back, right? And there's like more that I could do, more that I could say. But I said, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like to do this. It's not my thing. So I'm gonna give him, I'm gonna give him grace or move on. But he's still a bitch. And I will remind him every time he gets hyphy and he wants to get emotional, I will remind him he does not like that. Because you know why? Maybe he's not cognizant. Maybe he's not realizing that he's getting all emotional when we're trying to have conversations. And maybe if you point it out, he'll like calm down and self-reflect, right? And that's kind of like what Ayo just did, where you say, Ayo, are you an insistent over talker when people are talking, no matter who is talking? He said no. He said that's not.
I said I modulate.
No such thing.
I said I
modulate. Wait, are you done?
And if you replace E with I, all of that makes sense.
Let them get the business clear. Why won't y'all let them get the business clear? Let the fucking get the business.
Do you think that you centralize your ego in like torpedo conversations just so you can talk and like steer it, and you don't give a fuck like who's having the conversation, as long as like you are not being heard, you're willing to destroy any conversation?
Yes, I'm willing. Yeah.
About yourself?
I'm willing to center myself. I'm willing to destroy conversations. I don't care who's talking.
Yeah, I take that to be like.
Can I say something?
Lion, why you let them fucking?
I take that to be antisocial behavior.
I think it's
terrible for the room.
I take it to be debates.
It's whatever.
I take destroying conversations to be your articulation of somebody who disagrees with you, and someone who makes other people. I take it to be someone who makes other people get upset and make them come out of their body like you like to do. And when I do that, because my points are so salient, because my points are such devastating to your stupid arguments, you get emotional. Why? Because your ego is shallow and fragile. That's the reality. Your ego is so fucking fragile. You can't even talk about Israel without you getting in your fucking feelings.
So right now,
that's crazy.
Strawmanning you at this point. This doesn't agree with the correction.
So right now, when Matt and King, Samoa, and I, we were all having a peaceful disagreement. What do you? Oh, this faggot. Now he wants to fucking call. But yeah, like
listen, Louis. Here's my thing, bro.
We were all just having a peaceful, cordial disagreement. Might have been heated, like might have been yelling a little bit, but like people like calm down, let each other talk. Like we were like yo, let him talk, let him get it out. Like we were having peaceful discourse. Like so this idea that like you just spurg out whenever like someone disagrees, it's like what the fuck are you talking about? And
yeah,
by
that's
the way,
not true.
He's going to he needs to paint it like I'm some shill for Israel, while I've had fucking disputes. Talia has had issues with things I've said about Israel. Like me and Talia have to clear it up. I had to tell Talia, yo, like I don't hate Jews or anything.
But Talia,
these are just my criticisms. So like the fact that like
she don't got shit to do with
Israel. He just needs it to be like, oh, like you're some fucking Jewish shill, and every time we have a Israel conversation, you lose your mind. It's like, nah, I just think
he's a two-dimensional thinker, Louis.
And I'm disputing the stupid things you're saying.
Let me ask you a question, bro. You and Concrete, yo, guys, please, Louis, you and Concrete do not need to be fighting. First of all, y'all both got.
He spoke on my mother. He could die.
Just listen. Okay, I get that, but
he didn't
listen.
Speak on your mother.
He didn't speak. I don't
spoke on. Yes, yo. Ask him what he said.
Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to him about it. If he did, I'm gonna have to talk to him.
Yeah, that's
my thing
is.
My thing is, y'all both got the deepest voices, no homo, in here. We can't have y'all stealing all the lower decibels. Like you niggas got you're too deep to be fucking talking shit to each other, bro. You stealing all the lower decibels. Fuck this shit, nigga. I need my fucking decibels, nigga. Give me my fucking decibels back. I
want a balanced EQ back.
Fuck.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Louis and Concrete can't like monopolize that hertz range. You know,
I'm
like
cool with taking the backseat in a conversation. Like I'm fine. Like many times I just sit here and just chill, listen to what y'all talking.
Louis, I'll talk to him. I don't know why he brought up. That's inappropriate.
Let me ask
but you got Matt was trying to cheat though, right? Matt tried to take the evidence and say, yes, there are two different sides of the number, but look at who the liars are.
Yeah, every time Matt brought something about South America, he said like three things about South America. He's been wrong about it. He points out to like something that's factual and tries to make
I know South America better than you.
Remember we got into that 30 minute. Okay, fine. Let's go to this. Let's go to this. Remember that 30-minute conversation? Remember that 30-minute conversation? I forgot. CEO was like,
come on.
Yo, someone wait. You were there, weren't you? Remember that 30-minute conversation? conversation about the Latinos. You remember that? And then we were with Florida when this motherfucker started saying the reason why there's a coke epidemic in South America is because of bananas, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a whole conversation. We debunked you, man. We had to debunk you, dude. It was so easy too. It was funny, man. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Intellectual point of view.
Yeah, and that's why I'm coming at you with data.
I know where to go sit at a university. You will understand the language that I'm using. I'm sorry, bro. I can speak the common language that you use.
Remember, like the language that you use when you try to make an argument. The banana farm we're done in the mountains. Remember that? Remember when we showed you the banana farms on the coast of Ecuador and like the goat was being traveled in the Andes? Remember that? Remember when you look at dumb as fuck?
Please.
Remember that was fucking funny as fuck.
You guys just want to have that conversation now, just like so. And
no, we already did. We debunked. We debunked it with Florida. That was the funniest part, right? He made a whole argument, right? He made a whole argument about the state of Ecuador because of like some unemployment. Yeah.
No, you did not understand what I was trying to say. That's just
we both did, and we debunked you, dude.
No, you did not understand what I was trying to say.
We debunked you. You even showed us the website of the farm that you were talking about, and we scroll down, and yeah. You mistake the city. Yeah, you mistake the Providence with the city. That's what your dumbass did. You mistake the city with the Providence, right? You mistake it with the whole ass Providence. So you were so geographically off that your argument was stupid. And then we were charitable. We were charitable enough. Now I'm centering your point. We were charitable enough to be like, sure, man, maybe some employment could have contributed to that.
Anchor, stop centering yourself. Can we go back to our conversation? Stop centering yourself.
Just get your facts right, man. Just get your facts right.
Like I said, stop.
Just get your facts right. Just get your facts right, man. Like, get your facts right.
When was the last time you were in Central America? When was the last time you were in South America?
Oh, like 2-3 years ago, man. Like
2-3 years ago.
COVID.
I was in Colombia like 2 weeks
last week.
Oh my god.
2 weeks ago.
Hey, somebody take a trip right now. Somebody take a trip right now to South America so you can be the authority on it. Because being there for a while there, being over there and living there for a big part of your life and having family there, that doesn't count. No, you were there more recently. You must know everything about it.
Where you from, Ecuador?
Yeah, do you remember our last conversation?
Do you want to build the wait? You guys want to build up the arguments from like?
No.
Then why are you doing this? Then why are you doing this?
Right, because he was persistent himself. That's what.
Want to be you in concrete. That's
no, not at all. He wanted Anchor been using this argument since yesterday. Man, this, blah, blah, blah. We're not speaking. We're not speaking the same language.
Here's another one where like it was like you talk bullshit. You said most marriages in South America are like already like prearranged, and then like a simple.
That is not what I said.
Just debunk you. Yeah, you did. You said most marriages. You said most marriages in South America.
Was in the conversation,
yeah, you did.
And that's not what I said.
Came back. I even came back.
That is not what I said.
I even came back and I said, yeah. I brought up UNICEF, man. 3 times you've spoken about South America in the time I've been here. 3 times you've been wrong. What the fuck do you want me to tell you?
Hey, fuck South America. There, let's move on.
Nah, South America is a beautiful
place.
Anchor's an idiot, but you know, most of the other actually
so is UNICEF, so is the way we like label geography, so is the term Latino because words are held exclusively by how they were like held like a certain period ago and not how we use them today. No, go ahead, man. Yeah, whatever fits your narrative.
No, intellectual get to define those things.
Yeah. You know, UNICEF is so stupid that they can't even get like what marriages are prearranged or not, right? Like that's the best data set we have. But you've been there more recently, so you know more than UNICEF. No. You were there more recent than me.
How unreliable UNICEF is. you wouldn't know how reliable UNICEF is.
But you are
Among all the UN organizations, UNICEF is among the worst, behind World Health Organization. Those are probably the two worst organizations to take numbers from.
There is not a single study that shows that pre-arranged marriages
You see,
most of
you
the
don't even
marriages
understand
in South America. There's not a single one that goes into them, right? You want to talk about culture, but not a single one. You want me to just subscribe, be like, hey, those people are kind of like this, so they would fall into this line, right? And I'm like, no, that's not what the evidence shows. You don't know about culture. The fuck are you talking about?
I'm gonna let
not
you
a
talk
single study agrees.
Okay, you know what? You know what, Anchor?
Get your facts straight, buddy. Get your facts straight.
You're right.
Get your facts straight.
You're right.
Get your facts.
Right.
Okay, so
do anybody in here grill out? Like cooking?
Yeah, of course.
yeah, everybody does.
Okay, so let me do everybody use charcoal.
No.
Yeah, I use charcoal.
I use propane.
I got a propane grill.
I use charcoal and propane.
We use charcoal.
Well, the best thing
I
to
use
use
propane, and then I rub onion on the grill.
Okay, that's cool, and that's a good system too. But I'm gonna tell you all, for those who cook out this summer, or before the summer ends, go get you some walnuts, and instead of charcoal, use walnuts, preferably when they're green. But if you use walnuts instead of charcoal, they burn better, they burn longer, and they give your food a better taste.
Wow, thank you. I'm gonna try that. It makes sense because of the oils.
Wait, that
does make sense.
explode.
No, I hate for PCR.
I know. I think they would catch fire because of the oil. Because
They may pop,
oil
though.
inside of them.
They may pop and shit. No, they
Talking
don't.
about the pop.
I'm trying to catch my next wife. What's up?
No, they don't pop.
You think you're gonna catch the next wife with walnuts in the barbecue?
Yeah,
You said what, dude?
It hard enough.
You heard me. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Hey, I'm sorry. You said what, nigga?
You gotta catch
I said you trying to catch your next wife using walnuts in the barbecue.
No, you got it all wrong. You put the walnuts in the sling spot, and then right when she's not looking, just hit her right upside the head.
You think she gonna sniff that shit from afar and be like, "Ooh, you cooking walnuts?"
Oh yeah.
So I
It's
have,
Afro.
Yeah, you can't catch a shorty like Jezebel out here. You catch her real quick with the walnut tree.
I have a favor to ask the room. My
No,
favorite
whatever it
is
is, no.
Stop lying. Stop.
lines. This is the favor. So I was listening to what this last discussion was about getting, loud and losing your center and all this other stuff. And I thought to myself, I know that I debate and I'd like to be able to be calm and keep just a monotone. I think that exhibits so much control. So my favor is whenever I'm debating, and I'll invite anyone else to do the same. Whenever I'm debating, if you hear me, as soon as you hear my voice,
we have to lower the standards for you.
It's not low.
Just let her finish.
It's accountability.
All right,
Everyone
bro.
could do it but Samoa. It's not welcome from Samoa. So everybody else, if you could just remind me and just say like one
I
word,
thought
you could
women
just
were
say
evil,
like
lion.
you could just say center. Just say be master, center, be master. Watch yourself, be master. Tone. I would really appreciate that.
This is what you promote, lion. Right here.
Be master center.
So what I would say is that
She wants a safe word.
Be master center.
what I would say is that what she is suggesting is elevated, and what some people are doing is the lower standard. Thank you for making it the standard here, the low one.
She always got to thank some white
That's
people.
the problem.
So
If we make a higher standard or a lower standard, not everybody can actually be a part of it, right? So only the smart people can be a high standard, and all the stupid people are the low standard in chillism?
No.
Okay. You see, Samoa, you see what's going on. So,
Okay.
you know what?
We all already.
Shots fired, bro. Okay, I got you.
You know what Tally hears? She hears, "Help me! There's these niggers trying to kill me. Help! Help! And Jelly's like, what? There's a white woman in danger somewhere?
You are sadly mistaken, friend.
These gorillas.
Help! There's a Negro chasing me! Help! Help!
Now, when I call
This is what happens when you try to gatekeep intellectual dialogue.
it's a problem.
Hey, King.
Not too much of a problem.
Gatekeep intellectual
Wait, what, man?
Help! There's a Negro!
Tell me how you do it. Tell me how you do it.
Who took his voice, man? Who took that voice?
Who reached in your throat with no lube and snatched your voice box, friend?
It's all good. It's all good.
This is the whole frequency right here. This is not the level of interaction.
What Tally just said, was that violent, Samoa? What she
That
just
was
said?
violent, bro. That was
that
low
violent?
frequency violence, bro.
Was that violent? What she just said? Was it fucking violent? Was that violent? Okay. A lot of people projected here.
You know I'm on your
A lot
side.
of people projected. A lot of people projected here. They the real violent ones. They the real violent ones.
Hold up.
I'm so sorry.
Lion. Was that just violence you heard, Lion? Was that violent?
Yeah, it was pretty violent. But
Thank
maybe
you.
check the chat. Check the chat. Thank you.
Hey, well, one thing I can say about chili.
What do you want me to look at? What? You said what now?
This is the only group.
Oh.
This is the only group on Clubhouse that has elevated the sport of what y'all call it, trolling. Y'all have elevated that as a great sport on the whole Clubhouse. Y'all are the masters of that. Shout out to you, 7. Yeah, I figured it out.
About time, 7. I've been telling you for the past month what they were doing to you, bro. No, the 7. So the 7. Honestly, you always think you gotta fight, bro. So the 7. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Don't listen to Samoa. Listen to me. I'm the curator. That's the dude that made you run away last time. So this isn't a room where people. This isn't a room where people just troll. It's just some circumstances we do have trolls within the room. But mainly, this room is the room where people have intellectual conversation about politics, religion, and race. And Jezebel, who is Tali, she is the curator of the conversations, and she allows for those type of dialogues. And I need the people in this room, not just the people. Let me don't do that, because the majority of people in here, it's the coons. I need the coons to recognize that, man. Because sometimes there's this ratio. If you have a good amount of atheists, a good amount of white people, and a small smidget of coons, the room is balanced. But when you have so many atheists and coons and not that many good, decent people, yeah, it throws off the balance. Like pH. So I have a question. Do you think that you are balanced? Hold on, Stephen, hold on. Do you think you're balanced when the topic is race? Nathan?
No, it's not.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let Nathan answer this because he's a moderator, right? Like he should have the appearance of being balanced. When it comes to the category of race, because you named 3 different categories, do you believe that you are unbiased as a moderator when it comes to race? I'm unbiased. Yes, definitely am. But are you biased? You said yes. I said unbiased.
Hey, Nick.
But you notice how Nathan always goes to get after 7th. I wonder why.
I agree with you. This was supposed to be a group about race, politics, and religion, where people can speak on it from their ideals. But if you do that in this group, it's always trolling. And everybody does it. It's a thing in here.
I wouldn't say that.
I'll tell you this. I never troll. Never.
Oh my God.
By the way,
right there is
I was gonna let you rock until you said that, Nathan.
Troll at 3 in the morning.
Everybody that said I don't control this.
Nathan came in and I wasn't that flattered.
Yo, he just not looked at Seven with a straight face and said, I never troll.
Everybody that said I don't troll. I don't troll.
Nate came in the other day and he said,
It's true.
Nathan said the other day,
I don't troll.
Y'all are the soul patrollers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you know what they're conflating. They're conflating like calling people out on bullshit in like a non-polite way with trolling. If somebody comes in and says,
no.
You see, that's
exactly and he said, I was arguing for flat earth the other day.
They'll keep
saying I was arguing for flat. Nathan,
I'm starting to become a flat earther. Honestly,
everybody on here that just said I don't troll. Y'all are the main ones. What are you talking about, Seven? The fuck are you talking about, Seven?
I want to point out that if we had to have a catchphrase, it would be this isn't a safe space, but it's a great space. And when we say it's not a safe space, we don't mean threats of violence. I mean, it's not a safe place for untested reason, undeveloped ideas. So
it's not a safe place because when you come in here, everybody will debunk you, and that's fine. Debunking is fine, but they do it in a nasty manner.
No, the problem, Seventh, is you don't know when trolling's happening and when there's actual good faith back and forth happening. You don't know the difference.
Yeah, you need to discern that a little bit.
I keep on trying to warn you when it's happening, and you want to argue, you want to fight, you want to be a warrior.
We're telling him, yo, you're being trolled right now, and he's
listen. So I just want to tell you this to the Seventh Son. Maybe you don't know this, and and this didn't exist when you were younger. It's a group of humans. Some people argue that this is the next evolution within humans. These are the artists, the artistic people. They have a weird way of seeing reality. A weird way, bro. So when Samoa tells you that we're trolling, obviously he's one of these artistic people, bro. He doesn't pick up on social cues, bro.
This room is Lord of the Flies, bro.
Hold on, real quick. Seven, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened a little bit earlier. Hold on, Seven. So earlier you got a back and forth with King. Then you started noticing AWAC got involved, and then Nathan got involved, and then the fourth person got involved, and you were the only one arguing your perspective. So I purposefully jumped on your side so there could be two voices balancing out the other four voices, and utilizing the argument that you're making. That's just trying to balance out what's happening. But ask Nathan, him being on my side. Hold on real quick, bro. But ask Nathan why him with a green beam is jumping on the side of three people, not on the side of one person.
Because Nathan is the Nathan is the most charitable, dude. This guy will go against his own shit to help somebody out. He throws out lifelines every time. He does, bro. And you know what?
Mike, he didn't throw a lifeline. He threw an anchor.
No, y'all got to be fair to Nathan.
Nathan, you know what? If Nathan's not helping you out, that means you're doing a good job. That's how I see it. That's a fact. If you need help, he's gonna. He'll say the fucking earth is flat for you, bro. He'll say the earth is flat for you.
As soon as I jumped in there and Seven started winning, Nathan got in there. You're absolutely right, Mike.
Always jumping in the safety, nigga.
If I may, don't forget that we did have the Nathan Protection Clause, and that is for unpopular ideals or opinions that are underrepresented. So just because Nathan's helping you doesn't mean that you're doing a bad job. It could mean that you have ability.
No, it absolutely. I am happy to say that I've never had the need for Nathan's help.
Nathan has never helped me.
You know what's crazy, Mike? Nathan always jumping in for others when I'm smoking their ass.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they need help, bro. You're a powerful force. They need help.
And you know, it's crazy because 90% of the time it's mostly Tally, if we're being honest. And we just being honest and shit. He always jumping in for Tally. Let's just be honest.
And that's absolutely right. Whenever I'm arguing, Nathan be like, hey, Samoa, you get packed up. You get packed up, Samoa. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hey, but you know what? Today, me and King were just having a back and forth conversation.
Yeah, we were.
And it's a different, and I guess that's what I'm not, great at with everybody. I'm a good debater. I love debating. But No,
you're not. No, you're not a good debater. You're not a good debater.
That shit was not gonna slide in. That shit wasn't gonna slide in this room.
You lack rhetoric, dude. You lack rhetoric.
Hey King, now you heard that? I said I'm a good debater, right? I know I'm a good rapper too.
You're not, dude.
But I can't debate. I can't debate with bullshit. I can debate with a good.
If you're good, hey, if you're a good debater, you can't debate with bullshit. That's how it works. You can do all things. Okay, then you're a limited debater.
What I'm talking about is all the name calling and trolling while you having the debate.
That's just part of the circumstance that you have to deal with, bro. That's called life, bro.
That's not
No. This room is especially.
When you was in school, you go into debate class.
If you can debate in this room, you can probably be.
No, at times you can for sure with the right people.
In school, what about in school?
In school, did you go to debate class?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah.
So you know in debate class, you can't do that bullshit that going in here, right?
Okay, so this is not a formal debate room. This is not a formal debate room.
Yeah.
But you know what they have done? What is knowledge in here? And Nathan, they have held formal debates where they kick everyone off the stage, they give them allowed time, but right now what we're talking about is this fucking kind of like quasi-debate dialogue within a fucking community. There's nothing specific.
That's the definition of wait, that's the definition of a debate though, right? The definition of a debate is a formal, hey yo, give me a second. That's the definition of the debate. A debate is a formal discussion on a particular topic in a public meeting.
Right? No, it can. That's not
right.
Formal debate is different from debate.
That's not
a type of debate.
Guys, we've had this conversation a million times. Yeah, everybody always wants to change the DNA of chillism. Guys, you gotta let chillism be chillism. There's plenty of other quote unquote debate rooms. That's not chillism. Chillism is a mixture. Chillism is like Netflix. The reason why people come in here, the reason why people come in here, the reason why people like, for instance, earlier Mona was like, hold on. Earlier Mona was like, yo, Nathan, I love this room. You remember Nathan? She was like, before she left, yo, Nathan, I love what you guys did today. It was enjoyable peace. That happens all the time because we don't just debate. We fucking troll each other. We laugh. We get we got the drama. We bring everything, bro. Everyone loves that.
This is like a persuasion.
Hold on. I was gonna say response to Incan. We do debate in this room. I want to say you're welcome. And the debate is what happened yesterday when I was smacking you around. Just in case you forgot, that's what the debate.
You mean when you're trying to ethnically push me, and then Mike had a fucking aneurysm? God fucking damn. Yeah, no, I would say it's like a persuasion room, right? Like you're able to persuade people. That's reflective of life.
I think everybody wants to always change chillism. Like everybody wants.
It's like the difference between a pickup basketball game and a professional basketball game.
I agree.
And like you can have a lot of fun at a pickup basketball game, and some of it is talking shit. And like you might have a fucking hardcore block and still lose the game, but because of your block, you feel like you won.
We got a formal debate room, but I don't know.
And then some people just spurred out.
Hey Nathan, are we allowed to line up a formal debate?
I'm gonna post the debate room at the top too. We have a
there you go. So let's create topics, right? Like let's create topics and people can just pick a topic to argue.
So you have to speak in a British accent.
The point is that's not chillism. The point is that's not
Shut your monkey ass up. If you want to have a debate.
Let me explain it. This is chillism. Chillism, it always been like a debate room. And we have a debate room itself, bro, where we host formal debates. The problem is, man, it's difficult to set up. A lot of people, they want to just do it in here. They want to get it up. They don't like to do it formally. They want people to booty clap for them. Some more. They want people to help them out, hold their hand. That's why I come in the 7th. So that's why it's difficult. People can't stand on their 10 toes.
What I'm saying is this right here. I'm not trying to change y'all DNA. I'm trying to understand it.
No, it's not.
I don't think you are.
It's not you, Seven. It's
Actually, King is not the father. He's the 99.9% inaccurate as per usual, and he can shut his monkey ass up because he is part of the problem. He is part of the imbalance of coonery.
A white only room. That's what Tally wants chillism to be.
So it's gonna be white only circles. Don't be you don't navigate in white people circles.
Samoa, do you see the room at the top?
I see it say white belt here, so I guess so.
White belt wrestling federation.
When Tally reads that title, white belts,
that's what we have the
white
debates.
people.
It say white belts are us.
No, it says white belt.
Tally reads white people are us.
Don't know how to use their hearing. Who do I tell are my faves? I announce
No, the link what I just posted, the thing I just shared.
I announce Malcolm as my fave. All of a sudden, if a monkey needs to believe that
It says white belt wrestling federation, right?
Yeah, where it says shared by Nathan. Not at the very top. Not at the very top. Below that, where it says shared by Nathan R23. Right above where it says shared by Nathan R23, it says white belt wrestling federation. The only thing is the numbers over there. We kind of abandoned that room a while ago, so they're pretty low.
So what I'm talking about is
those numbers up.
Well, give me an understanding about this chillism. Why does it say white belts are us? What is that? What's the topic?
That's this room. It's supposed to be like an entrance to debate. Like it's almost like an entrance to debating or learning how to, the beginnings of learning how to like critically think or argue or debate. So that's why it's white belts.
Or it's a passive insult.
Yeah, it's like the lowest.
No, it's just
like
I'll be the only one in that room, and you guys can all stay here. That's fine.
No, so you have like your belt, the ranking system, right? And white belts are the lowest, right? Then you have like the advanced people that are black belts. Yeah, so everyone starts off as a white belt.
I never seen black belt posted, but okay.
The origin of that was clowning on fucking people that were coming in this room, technically the atheists, right? And fucking that's how it started.
They had terrible white belt arguments, like basic arguments.
If there's a God, why does God let suffering happen? That's a shit.
I'm going to say this one more time. Name the messiest.
Therefore, God doesn't exist.
The messiest person.
No. Sorry. How about look at the trees? Look at the trees.
It's all paganism.
Expose the title. You didn't have to do that.
It's all paganism, guys.
All I'm trying to do is give you understanding of the
Jesus
DNA
Christ
of
wasn't real.
I mean, they right.
You know what the worst one of all is? The worst one of all is I'm not an atheist or an atheist. I'm agnostic.
Yeah, that's
they're the fucking worst.
Hey, you'll get off my dick. I'm agnostic. You know what? I'm agnostic. You'll get off. All right, you'll fuck off my dick. I'm happily married. I don't know what God is or he's out there. He could be. I'm very
No, this is the best one. This is the best one. You can't. You don't have to prove a negative. You can't prove negatives. That's impossible. You're a fucking retard.
You know what, King? That's a very cool way of reversing like the burden of proof, right? It's a really nice way of reversing proof fallacy right there. Nice one.
I can prove there are no elephants in Congress. I can prove there are 0 elephants in Congress.
But that's because it's a limited set.
That's proving a negative.
No, that's not. That's a limited set.
There are no elephants in Congress.
Who said they was agnostic? Who said that?
Fucking Incan, of course, bro. You have to, hey, Nathan, you have to switch it to this is atheism to this is agnosticism. They're the fucking worst. They're the worst, bro. They're pussy-ass bitches that don't want to take a position. And then they think that they have the highest position while doing that.
I don't think I have the highest position.
Are you kidding me, bro? You're the fucking one that wants to criticize cartoons. You think Mexicans are stupid.
All right.
You're the worst.
You want to play identity? You want to play like identity politics?
Another bad one is the ones who be like, hey, all I'm saying is this. I don't know if a God exists, so therefore I'm agnostic. And I don't believe that God exists, therefore I'm atheist agnostic. Those are the worst ones.
Yeah. Well, that's another one, Nathan.
That's not the reason of why I don't like. That's not the reason, right?
Fight back, bro. Fight back.
All right, yeah. So I think
You know what that means? You know what that means when he's helping you? That means you're not doing a good job.
So I feel.
He's a lifer on talk.
Give me a second. So I don't think I'm better, right? And I don't think like, okay, I can't disprove God, therefore I'm not going to say he doesn't exist, therefore I'm agnostic, right? I have reasons to like believe that there's a higher power, right? They're like, I have like a reason to believe, okay, you know what, I don't think that the way that things are being like explained are like solely those, right?
That's what this lost.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm just saying I have reasons to believe.
You don't want to hear me.
You just want to box me. You just want to box me and say you can't deny God, and because you can't fully deny God, you move to agnosticism because your sole point is to win an argument because you're superior. And I'm telling you, I think there's reasons to believe in God. I just don't believe it's described like how people describe it, and you don't like that, right? You don't like the fact that I'm putting skin in the game. You don't like the fact that I'm putting skin in the game. And I'm saying I think there's a reason to have faith or have belief. You don't like that, right?
You always like.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with Inkin, so, yeah.
No,
I'm an agnostic, and if you have sufficient stimulus,
you're not an agnostic, you're an atheist.
I hear yourself over talking. Io doesn't realize it, but Io, they were talking before you started talking, bro.
Go ahead, Io. Say it again.
So Inkin, when you say you agree that something might exist, it's just not the same God that they would say is, I agree with you, because there's something like we can axiomatically define our God, and then it's just a matter of saying, I have 5 axioms, you have 4, therefore my God is not the same as your God. That's exactly what happens at a very technical level if you follow through the law.
Hey, Inky, can I be with you real quick? So, the thing about it...
Wait, Inky, did you disagree with what Io said? Did you disagree with what Io said?
About like us making our own axiomatic beliefs of what God means?
Whatever.
Like that?
Do you agree with what God said?
Kinda, but like
so
my thing is...
You're agnostic about that? Like, yes or no? Like, fuck. Don't ask yes or no questions.
Right? To a certain degree, right? And like, okay, all right. We extend the same goddamn charitability when we're like trying to discuss Christian theology, right? So don't do this, right? We do the same thing, right? So all that I'm saying, yeah, it is. All you're saying is I believe in God. All you're saying is all you're saying is I believe in God because of these reasons, right? In this way, and I'm saying this is what I believe for these reasons in this way. It's the same thing, right?
Do you agree with what Io said?
I barely heard of it when he said about like we all make our
He said that you have your own version of what God is, and that's what you believe in. I'm paraphrasing.
Yep, pretty much.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a fucking theist, bro. Fine.
Okay.
Sure. You're not agnostic. You're not agnostic. You can't even call yourself an agnostic theist. You're a fucking believer.
Wait. No, wait. Let me accept what Mike said, right? All right. Yeah, but I am not making the claim that God is like an entity that has concepts.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
That has characteristics. If you want to call that
irrelevant, that's all irrelevant. That's all irrelevant. That's all irrelevant. Everything you're saying is irrelevant. You hold a belief.
Top tier debating right here. Go ahead. Overtop.
You either believe in a God or you don't. Right? You chose to step in the circle of a belief in God. I understand that you have your own definition. I understand that you have your own way of describing it. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a form of theism. Correct. That's it. You're not a fucking agnostic, dude.
You're like a theism, Mike.
Okay.
You're like a
Yes, theism, exactly.
You're like a theist, bro.
Hey, can you state your position again?
Why, bro? You're so long-winded, man. I fucking don't have...
I'm gonna ask for an ISO on if he wants Inkin and Mike. It's challenging to keep up with all of the ankle biting. You were asked to restate your position, Ink. You would have to unmute.
Inc, you're most likely.
My bad. Okay. Okay. So when like my position is, there might be something out there. I'm not sure if he has some personhood. And when I say might, there's emphasis on might because I'm not 100% convinced on it. There's many reasons why I think there would be, and there's many reasons why I think there might not be. Right? My position is not like for a fact there's something out there and attach all the things that they may not have personhood, yada yada yada. But I'm open to the idea, and part of it makes sense to me, right? And there's like reasons of why, right? So I'm on the fence about it. But if you give me reasons of why not, I would consider them as well and be like, you know what? These are all reasons that I might also hold to think of why there's not one, right? So it's not like 100% there's something out there and I believe it's like this and this and this, right? I don't go to that extent that a theist will do that, right? That's the difference. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Hold on. So when you, I kind of dialogue back and forth, so I question and answers. These are yes or no questions. When you say you're on the fence, does that mean you're undecided, yes or no?
Yeah, I'm undecided.
Sorry, hold on one sec. Okay, so then you are now an atheist, right? Right?
Yeah, you could say
okay, because an atheist. Okay, so you were an atheist then, right? But you're not a hard atheist in the sense that you're claiming that no God can exist, or you're not taking a position. On the fence,
that's
like
what
if you,
atheist means.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
No,
Hold up. Yes, it fucking does. Yes, it does. Dude. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I still right now. But
okay, so think about this. Let's just draw a diagram, right? We'll draw a line. You have point A and point B. You draw a line in the middle that represents neutral, which is a 0. To the right, you have a plus sign, which is the positive position, and to the left, you have a negative. So you have a negative, you have a 0, and you have a neutral.
You're in the Matrix, Mike.
This is why people say non-binary, right? This is why?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Samoa. Fuck you, Samoa. Fuck you, Samoa.
Just so y'all know, agnosticism is the most cowardly position.
Yeah, we know your opinion, but you gotta articulate that argument, bro. You can't just say it.
It's very simple. Hop off the fucking fence. Stop acting like
Right, because you're in that dynamic, right? Like you're in that binary. Black or white, right?
I'm into something. No. Agnosticism kicks the can down the road. And it's retarded.
Hold on, let me just finish this. Okay, so wait, let me just wrap this up. So Incan, you're aware that certain people, and I'm not saying that you believe this, it's just gonna help with this. You're aware that certain people believe that if you don't have a belief in God, they go to hell, right?
Yeah.
You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm aware of that. Hello, I said I'm aware of that. Like, no one here. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, I keep breaking up, bro.
Yeah.
You guys hear me? I'm red mark.
He's aware of it.
Yeah. I said I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. With you being on the fence, would you go to hell?
If it's true that there's a God,
I'm not saying if it's true. I'm saying in this hypothetical, with you being on the fence, does that qualify you to go to hell?
From my perspective, no. From my perspective, no.
No, I'm not talking about you. Look, I'm not talking about you.
Just fucking say from the Christian perspective, then.
You dumb fucking
Mike. Or you can go to hell, man.
You stupid. This dumb motherfucker. Bro. This guy right here, I just asked. I even said I'm not holding you to believe. I'm just using this analogy to help understand the point.
Okay.
Look,
I'm going to hell.
Okay.
I'm going to hell.
In those, hold up, you guys, hold up. I'm almost done. In those people's eyes, you would go to hell. Okay, in those people's eyes, you would go to hell because you were technically a non-believer. You were a fucking atheist.
Non-believers don't go to hell?
Mike, you clearly don't know what to mean by atheist.
Wait, let this fucking retard talk. Let this fucking retard talk.
Mike, you are a retard.
Okay.
Let this, hold on. Let me.
Ian get an opportunity to respond, and then Aisha wanted to speak.
To me.
Mike,
And then Simone.
Mike is angry as usual today.
Yeah, Mike. I don't come after you, Mike. I don't know why you can't have a little bit more patience.
I just don't,
right?
bro.
You're saying, okay, that's cool, man. That's what you think, then, I guess. I won't take it personal. Okay, so when you're saying, okay, you're going to go to hell towards these people, all you're doing is saying, look, subscribe to my version of the definition, because under these people, you would go to hell. And I could say, sure, but people that believe in a God very similar would still go to hell, right? It's that they don't hold the same beliefs you have, right? They would. Right. Yes, they would. Muslims would go to Muslims would go to hell. All you're saying is like, to these people you would go to hell because you're an atheist. So therefore, you should subscribe to these people's idea, because under their idea,
this is so hard to listen to. I actually clarified. There are some people that hold a position, if you don't believe, you go to hell. I wasn't talking about the Muslims. I don't care what the fuck you call them. I don't want to get caught in the nuance. It's the concept. The point is this, is that if you are technically undecided, you are by definition a non-believer. You were, if you drew a Venn, okay, if you drew a Venn diagram, if you drew a Venn diagram and you put believers step in this circle, you wouldn't step in that circle. And those people in that circle, in this specific context, make it to wherever the fuck they make it. It doesn't matter if there are levels. It doesn't matter whatever the case is. That's why I drew that hypothetical. Now moving on to the fucking retard Aisha, thinking that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Go ahead, claim, make your fucking case. Go. No, hold on. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I want to talk about... Wait. Samoa, you think I took the L? Wait, Samoa, you think I took the L? You think I took the L? Hey, why do you think I took the L? Hold on. Why do you...
Mike, check your Instagram, Mike. It's in a binary.
Oh, God, I see it.
Atheist. A person who disbelieves in
the gods of gods. Yeah. Why Aisha? One mic on Aisha.
Oh, these are nice, actually. Fuck.
There you go, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know, like, why you're trying to, like, push that he's either an atheist or he is a believer. Like, he's clearly agnostic. And I literally just popped up the definition of an agnostic, a person who believes that nothing is known or can be known of the existence or nature of God, which is literally what he's describing. You're forcing it so bad. You're trying so hard to...
I can't wait to fucking nail this. Okay. I'll talk calmly.
That's what she said.
See, I'll talk calmly for you. Hold up.
Shut up.
Okay, because so agnostic
not
is
an atheist. Clearly he doesn't lack a belief, because he keeps saying over and over and over.
Okay. Clearly. Okay.
Obviously an agnostic. You're a retard.
Okay. Good. Clearly. Yeah.
Come on. Let's keep going.
Let me just wrap this one up, yo. Okay, agnosticism is a claim to knowledge. When you say, because you can be an agnostic theist.
The definition. Stop making shit up.
I understand what the fucking definition is, bro. Like, calm down.
Let it go. Can I respond afterwards?
Yes.
Let it go. I want to respond afterwards.
Okay, so it's a claim to knowledge. It's a claim to knowledge, and it can swing both sides. You can be an agnostic theist and agnostic atheist. If you're taking the position that you don't know, right? It's either the case that there is a God or there's not a God. There is no middle ground. It's called the law of excluded middle. There's no middle ground in that point. Okay, so... Thank you, sir. So if he's saying he is agnostic on the side of not knowing, by definition, he's indirectly insinuating that he's not a believer. Therefore, he's what we would call a soft atheist, if you want to create an atheist spectrum. So he is an atheist. To say he's agnostic is just saying he doesn't know. That's not a position. That's a claim of knowledge. Go ahead, Nathan.
No, the claim of knowledge.
But it could be both. But you're right. In that case, a claim of knowledge.
It's not even a claim. It's not even a claim of knowledge. It's a rejection of the claim, period. Right? Because one is saying that they believe nothing. Yes, it is epistemic. But their belief is that nothing can be known or nothing will be known about the existence of God. It's a person who rejects the belief in God and rejects the idea of God not existing. Right?
No, not necessarily.
Look it up.
No, I think
look up the definition. We saw what not necessary. It's within the definition.
I'll elaborate. They may state that
we don't elaborate on this for me. I know
in this lifetime, you may not know.
Yeah, agnostic is a temporary position.
I agree.
Correct. It can be a temporary position.
Right. It can be a temporary position.
But that's why we say.
A person saying that agnostic is I push back on the idea, but agnostic being a soft atheist because they're rejecting the idea of God itself being knowable to come to the position that you can know God to say that God does not exist.
Exactly.
That's actually fair. That's actually fair. They're taking a hard stance on not knowing. You're right. Holy shit.
But it's impossible to take that without compromise. Look, I posted 2 videos from our perspective how Christians are supposed to respond to agnosticism. I implore y'all to watch it. It's from William Lane Craig. Agnosticism is our position, bro. Go ahead, Nathan. Go ahead, bro.
I just want to say this. Like, when Mike said you can be agnostic theist, I disagree with that. I think those are 2 mutually exclusive claims, right? One saying that nothing can be known about the existence of God. Yeah, and you saying that I think that's just like atheism right there. You know?
Agnostic theist you can't be an agnostic deist.
What are you talking about? Agnostic.
Can I be heard?
An agnostic theist believes there's a God, but they don't know which God, basically.
Wait. I don't. Hold on. I don't want to. Wait, you guys. I don't want to diverge from the point. Look. Can we at least agree? Wait. Can we at least agree? Hold on. Can we at least Can we at least unanimously agree that Aisha was fucking wrong?
Okay.
Yeah, bro, I'm just telling you, Aisha is a retard. My thing is...
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Sorry, lady. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
He clearly stated that... Mike, he clearly stated that he said that he feels like there is some evidences possibly of a God, and he's very open-minded to believe in, to considering the fact there's a possibility of no God. Now, an atheist is someone who entirely lacks and does not believe whatsoever. That is their belief. There is no God. There is no maybe. I'm on the fence. That's an agnostic. Try to redefine it how you want, Mike. But I'm sorry. Go by definition and not by how you believe or whatever shit you want to make.
This is the standard definition. An atheist is someone
definition again.
While an agnostic is someone who doesn't believe it's possible to know if sure a God exists. So that's the difference.
I did.
I'm not trying to participate.
Hold on. Let me say something. Ekin, if you believe there's evidence for God, why aren't you a theist then? Given
exactly.
So can you be an atheist
because he wants to play it safe?
Well, I want to hold on. I just want to hear Ekin's answer. Like imagine. Hold on, bro. This is simple. Like imagine this: we have one case, right? And the proposition is something like God does not exist, and the other case is a proposition that God does exist, right? And you're saying something like there's evidence for the proposition that God exists, right? Like why wouldn't you just given how probability works, just believe God exists then? If there's no evidence that He doesn't exist.
I think in the bottom with Incan.
Not you. Let Incan respond. Come on.
Okay. It's actually good because everybody was in the Matrix for like a solid minute and a half.
Yeah, did you hear what I said, buddy?
Yeah, I think I did. Can you restate it just one more time so I?
There's two opposing positions, right? Like one is God doesn't exist. One is God does exist, right? And you're saying something like there's evidence that God exists, right? Like, why wouldn't you just believe in God then, if there's no evidence that God doesn't exist? It seems like how credence work would be you would just have the probability higher for God existing.
No, because for me, it's not like evidence, right? It feels like it would be a good answer to it, but it's like when it comes down to it, it's not like I can explain it to myself logically, where I'm like, well, this is evidence of a higher entity, right? For me, it's like it doesn't make all sense to me that just the Big Bang happened and nothing happened before that, because we don't know exactly what happened before that. There's a big question of what did, right? But that's not evidence that God exists, right? But for me, it makes me kind of think, hey, maybe there is something out there, right? That maybe had their hand in this, right? Whatever that thing is, person, right? Yeah, intuition. It's not evidence.
Intuition. No, the intuition is based on evidence, bro. Intuition didn't just came out of your ass and just popped into your head. It's based on things that you saw around you that convince you that there's some type of possibility, right? So the intuition, it's based off evidence. So answer the question. If someone put a gun to your head and they say, hey, you a believer or not, what you gonna say? That's a reason for you to believe right now. Someone put a gun to your head.
Thing, right? your intuition would tell you that everything is created, right? Because you could say, okay, hey, it's not
talking about that. We're talking about if there's evidence, right? If there's evidence of God existing, right? Why don't you believe? And my question is this: if someone put a gun to your head, and they say, "Hey, do you believe or not?" What's your answer going to be? I think that's the best way for you to answer the question.
Because that binary
Nathan,
wait, hold on. I think I can say what you're saying. Like, you don't take intuitions to be justifiers, right?
Yeah, the idea that intuitions is evidence of evidence is weird.
Oh, intuition is
What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, he said the reason why you have that intuition is because of the evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're saying that intuition is evidence of evidence.
No, that's not what he's saying at all. That's not true.
The idea that the only way you can have an intuition is because there's proof of something, you can have intuitions that are wrong. When you see a magic trick, you have an intuition that something disappeared.
Listen, your Jew brain doesn't get it, bro. It's just like
he's like equivocating. Like we're not using proofs here. Look.
Can you have an intuition that is not based on evidence?
Where did the intuition come from? From nothing, just like you atheists believe.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
From experience.
Yeah, you're biological.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some sense of sensation, right? Like DigiDave, like, are you just denying phenomenal conservatism or something? Like, what do you think evidence is?
Evidence would be something that would be an objective standard that other people would be able to agree with.
But they would all know. No, that's not evidence or circumstantial evidence. There's different types of evidence, but they are the blocks that you use to come to a conclusion.
Oh, why am I going to walk? Please, everyone, let it walk talk. Let it walk goddamn talk. And the seven, you got a lot of background noise. I want to mute you right
now. The idea is that evidence raises the probability of something being true, right? And like, there's a big argument in like philosophy whether probability is objective or not. So I don't think you can like weigh that standard on evidence like that, right? The idea is that like in certain contexts, certain things raise the probability of something being true. In other contexts, it's not counted as evidence, right? So it is going to be contextual and probably subjective towards what we're talking about, right? Like, I don't think I'm willing to accept that evidence is objective necessarily. So like, under Nathan's account, right? He's going to say something like, look, all my intuitions come from some type of like sensory information about the world, right? And they come to form a pattern in my head. And that pattern, you know, as my phenomenal like experience of it, raises the probability of something being true. Like, it's just that simple, right? It's not like that.
But like, you can have an intuition that isn't true. Correct?
Yeah. So what?
So then it's not. So you're saying it could be bad evidence?
No, it could be more probable than not probable.
Evidence is. Oh my God. Anyways, go ahead, Avon.
What the fuck is bad evidence? Like, look.
I don't know. What's a bad intuition?
No, like, hold on. No, like, look, something like the qualitative state of the intuition is going to be separate from the evidential standard, right? The evidential standard, like, what I consider, like, what you're talking about is like, look, okay, because of the fact that we have intuitions that can be false, you don't take intuitions to raise the probability very much, right? That's a separate argument from you saying it's like a bad intuition. You're just saying the evidence is weak. It's a whole different type of claim you're making.
Exactly.
No. So there's circumstantial, there's preponderance, there's beyond a reasonable doubt, there's different.
Oh, we didn't talk about evidence. We didn't qualify evidence, man. Yeah, we didn't talk about it. We just talked. Yeah, exactly.
What?
Like, look, we're using evidence in like some type of like epistemological or philosophical.
Oh my God!
Not some like legal thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so when we talk about evidence,
we're talking about circumstantial evidence. One evidence.
No, we don't use the circumstantial. We just say the evidence.
You're using direct evidence, right? Circumstantial evidence isn't as powerful as direct evidence, right?
Like,
right?
Why are you talking about that right now?
I don't even get what. Yeah, I don't get how that has anything to do.
Hold on, because if you base your conclusion on circumstantial evidence, it's probably not more effective than if you're basing it on direct evidence.
No, I'm just saying that. Listen, I'm just saying that.
I'm just trying to develop a way where both of you guys can exist in the same space. That's all I'm doing.
I can agree that certain evidence is like gives higher credence than other evidence, right? And if that's the kind of distinction you're making, it's fine. But that's my point to DigiDude's point. Like, if he wants to say something like, I don't accept intuition as evidence because of the fact that they could be wrong. I mean, that's like the case for any form of evidential case for anything, right? Because like if something entailed the conclusion, it would just be the thing. It would just be the implication itself, right? Like if you look at formal logic, like if you say something like, okay, P raises the probability of Q, right? There's always the case that P will be the case and Q won't be the case, right? But if you say something like P entails Q, there's some type of direct causal lineage, and like you're just entailing the evidence or entailing the conclusion. So it's almost like question begging in a logical sense, right? The distinction I'm making here is that like if you accept intuitions as some type of credence raising, then they can just say something like it's weak credence raising, but at the same time it still raises my credence in something. And sans any other type of evidence on the other side, I am justified in my belief in virtue of my intuitions, and that's like completely reasonable in my opinion.
Sure, but what if I have intuitions that it's not the case, right?
Yeah, then you could say something like
just as valid.
Yeah, you could say something like
that's what I'm.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
what
can
I'm
say
saying as well.
Now, sorry, go ahead, A-Walk.
You're all good.
I just want to say something. Sorry, A-Walk. I just want to say something. Inky, someone puts a gun to your head. Someone puts a gun to your head. Hey, do you believe in God or not, right? What are you going to say?
Okay.
Yeah, so now you want an answer. Yes, they want an answer. They want an answer. Because this is what I think A-Walk is saying. This is what I think.
This is the problem. We got to
come on, this is for Inky. No, this is for Inky. Please let Inky answer. If he's under arrest, that's better, because he'll give an answer.
But also, if you get it wrong, he shoots you. If you get it right, so there's an actual answer.
Oh, okay. So this is Pascal's wager, right? Holy shit.
No, it's not Pascal's wager. It is a true or false statement, and if you get it right, you live. So is there a God? And if you say no and you're right, you're free to go. If you say no and you're wrong, he shoots you. If you say yes and you're right, you're free. Right? So it's not just that there's a guy with a gun in the head. It's that the consequence of your answer is. Yeah, exactly. The atheist has a gun.
The atheist has a gun. And he's asking you. And he's like, hey, he wants a genuine answer. Not in anything to make him feel. He wants a genuine answer.
Bro, this is getting dumb.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Simone,
just want you to be
let me go after them.
I'm gonna ask you to be a little bit charitable, right? And what do you mean by God? Holy shit, I'm pulling a Jordan Peterson, but for real, what do you mean by it, right?
I don't really. You will get shot in the head when you say that, bro. But it ain't no question.
Okay.
Answer the question. It ain't what I mean by God. I'm asking you. Do you believe in God?
And whatever I think that God is, right?
Yes or no?
All right, that's a question.
They don't want you to have a third option, Mr. Non-binary.
Yo, Nathan, like honestly, right? You're asking me like, do you err on the side of this? You're asking me, do you err on the side of disbelief or belief? And I'll be honest with you, can you come back to me in like 3 minutes? Because I have to go over like what
you're gonna die in 3 minutes, bro.
Oh, okay. The atheist also has a gun, though. Remember that.
All right, wait, hold on, real quick.
Yeah,
I wanted to point out why I gave Mike the L.
Let Inkin answer his question right quick before you point out why Mike got the L. No, he didn't.
He needs 3 minutes. You got to give him the Jeopardy song.
No, we can't give him the Jeopardy song. We will need an answer now. A gun is in your head. You gonna tell the person to come back in 3 minutes? You're not in control right now, bro.
Yeah, bro. Shit. I guess I would err on the side of. I guess belief.
There you go. So A-Walk. One second, A-Walk, you was right. A-Walk. You said it, bro. You said, hey, he had these intuitions, and these intuitions,
exactly. Mike said it first. Mike said it first.
But they're more based on Pascal's wager.
Just so I can argue your point real quick, Gagan.
Mike said it first.
So this is the difference between a two-dimensional back and forth and then there being of persuasion. So real quick, so if you look at the diagram that Mike offered you guys, right? It was either you're on one side of the box or you're on the other side of the box. If the atheist has a gun now and the theist has a gun at the exact same time, you're not going to take a position. So it's basically you either agree with me or you're against me. This is the
do you know what dichotomy is?
Yes, brother.
Do you know logic?
No, you don't know logic.
You don't know logic.
It's the split of a reality, bro. It's words divided, bro. Yes.
So A is A. A cannot be A and not A at the same time, right? Right.
You're bootstrapping the framing.
This is logic.
No, it's illogical. It's illogical because you're a two-dimensional thinker. There's 3 dimensions here.
Say it again.
So I want to make sure we all
understand.
Hold on real quick, bro.
And A is not A.
Hold on real quick, bro. When there's people, right, let's just talk about a 3-dimensional format. There's people in the middle that need to be persuaded
to your side with the argumentation that you're offering. The theists are going to offer their argument that's the most convincing, and the atheists are going to offer their argument that's the most convincing. The problem is whenever you break it down to your binary, you're removing the persuasion of this dynamic. That's what you're doing purposefully.
Yeah,
so you don't want him to breathe, bro. You don't want him to breathe.
This is just word salad, bro.
I think you're confused, man.
I'm not gonna lie. But me saying that I believe now has made me a bigger disbeliever. Like I'm not even.
It was a
I'm not even fucking capping. I'm not even capping now. I'm not even capping right now. Now I'm just pissed off.
Hey, Nathan, real quick. If we use the court of law right now, what does the jury do? What does the jury do in the framework of the court of law?
We're not talking about law. We're not talking about law. Well, go ahead, A-Walk.
See what I mean? Because you guys need it to be binary.
Okay. Go ahead, A-Walk.
You seem to be confused on like how logic tables cash out, right?
Oh yeah, I'm always confused. Right.
Like, well, the idea is that like logic is has two value outputs unless you're using some type of like multi-valued logic, right? And like Mike is completely right in the idea that like the law of excluded middle does exist. Either it's the case or it's not the case, right? It's either true or false, right? And even beyond that, like if you want to apply that,
real quick, what question did I answer? What question did I answer? Yeah,
let me ask you the question. Can I answer the question?
No, just wait. A-Walk, what question was I answering to?
What? Wait, you're talking about his belief states?
No. I'm talking about why Mike took the L. When Mike frames his argument based on a binary.
Oh my God.
Right, because that was the question, right? Because Incan took the position of an agnostic.
Mike's position is correct and given some type of like either God exists.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It doesn't matter if God exists or not. The point that was being made is
no L, bro.
Hold on, bro.
Listen, Samoa. It's only two
I hear
options.
you, bro. I hear you, Mr. Moderator. Stop being so biased right now.
Put your goddamn hands down. Stop clapping. It's either the case. Let me just explain it to you, dang greasy ass here. Listen, it's either the case that God exists or God does not exist. That's the options right there. God exists, God does not exist. What's the third option that you're saying that we're not giving your boy? Thank you. Go ahead, Samoa. You're muted, bro.
I mean, I think if someone wants to say something like, you can answer agnostically, but that's kind of defeating the whole purpose of like the gun to your head and like you either pick one or the other instance. Like you're almost speaking to a different example, right? Like we're trying to say like if you have these intuitions, right?
So again, he's not addressing the whole point I made in the first place.
I just saw law of like excluded middles, right? And it doesn't apply to everything, specifically to like propositional calculus, right? In fact, it doesn't apply. This dichotomy doesn't apply, right? When there's more than one answer, right? So you can like,
Let me ask you the question, Aiken.
So by definition, this is why there needs to be a gun in the first place, right? Right.
That's why there's a gun.
That's why I looked up laws of excluded middle, because what you're telling me to do is like you need to subject yourself. You need to subject yourself to this dichotomy, right? I need to subject myself to that dichotomy, not because of any logical reasoning, but because there's a gun to my head. Because I think there's
another option. Pointing out the fact that we acknowledge your dichotomy, we acknowledge the two-dimensional way of your thinking.
It's just a false dichotomy.
Loud ass Mike. Let Incan finish, please, man.
I'm saying that's not true though. Like propositions are either true or false, right? Now, like if I ask you a question, like,
it's the light on or off. There you go.
Not all propositions are true or false.
Yeah. Law of the excluded middle is true in many.
Toy Story 3 was a great movie.
Including intermediate
That's subjective. No, it's subjective.
Let A-Walk try to explain it, guys. Let A-Walk try to explain it.
This is even stupider. Like, look, we can index that proposition towards your subjective values, right? Like, we can say, you understand what it means to be a proposition? To be a proposition means you have like a subject and a predicate, and you have a true or false value assigned to it, right? Like, and if you're a non-cog, right, you might accept that digidave and say something like, well, propositions about preferences don't have a true or false value, right?
So they just don't want you to be a part of the discussion, Incan.
No,
That's what it is.
I'm following where you walk. I'm following him.
Yeah, this is exactly what Black Lives Matter did.
Come on.
But like Incan, on the point that we're saying is that like when it comes to something like God either exists or he doesn't exist, right? Like it's very simple.
It's only two options. Yeah, it's only two options.
Oh no. Okay. Here's a mistake right that you're making. That is a true statement. Either God exists or doesn't exist, right? But now, what you're trying to introduce that is like that's the dichotomy that's being introduced. That's not the question.
That is not the question. The question is, the question is, does agnosticism
unless you force the dichotomy.
Hey, watch your mouth, sucker.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that agnosticism. Agnosticism is the truth about God, right? I'm not saying. But you're saying now, like, what do I believe?
Yeah, it's not true or false because like he's asking about your belief states, and you could be agnostic, right? But I think the point of the kind of but the point of the question was to force the dichotomy because it's not about like, like it isn't necessarily about your belief states. It's like, well, given the fact you have to answer a question with a gun to your head, either or is the only option you have. Like the dichotomy still holds because they're forcing it in the kind of
But it's being forced. Right? That's his point.
Let's go another question then. Wait, there's no logical reason. There's no logical reason to believe that I'm forced into the.
This is what happens when you don't have a persuasive
This is my true beliefs, right? Yeah, like if there's
okay, then can we do another one? Can we do another one then, so we can take away the gun? Okay, so when you operate in the world,
give me the gun. I won't do anything bad.
You got the gun already.
We already know you violent. We know you violent, so no guns for you.
Let's make it easy. Let's take away the gun to your head. Okay, do you operate it in the world as if God exists or God does not exist? Go ahead.
I think I operate very similar to if their God did exist, right? I mimic a lot of sense that people have, and I do them for other reasons, right? Like you can say that like secular humanists do the same thing, right? I don't even know.
No. Wait. I'm not talking about like, hey, because of your upbringing, you got like this person. I'm talking about like a person who believes in the existence of God, right? Do you operate in the world like one of those individuals who attribute things to God, right? Who believe in God, right? Or you operate in the world as if there's no God, right?
God, the motivation of how you act.
Oh, a motivation? No, I believe in personal responsibility, right? So, like, where you'll see that you need.
Why you have to dirty the thing up with motivation? Oh my God!
Because that's what you're getting at.
That's exactly. That's what you're like. Where you'll.
Look. Your answer is no, then. Because you're saying motivation isn't God, so therefore it's no, right?
Now they're implying that atheists don't have a moral compass.
Exactly. It was sort of like, if you act good, then you must believe in God.
That's why I was trying to say that. Let's don't muddy it up.
Depends on what your motivation for acting good is, bro.
Mediocre.
That's why I took
Let's go to the Federation.
No, that's not an implication of the question. Look, dumbasses, like you're saying no allows you to have motivations and the atheist to have morality, right? The point here is like what causes you to act in such a way, right? Either God does it or something else does it. That's his question. But it doesn't imply that atheists have no morality. I don't know where the fuck you guys get your dollar store.
Do you live your life like there's a God or not?
No. To be fair, I get what Nathan is saying. I get what Nathan is saying though.
Ethan, hold on. Do you live your life like if there is a God or not? That is clearly if you don't rock with God, you're not a moral person. And if you
No.
Why is that?
I'm not talking about anything. That's why when he started talking about you know what? You got it, man.
But you're implying that if he acts a certain way, that is evidence of God?
No.
What are you guys talking about? Like, look, no, Digi Dad. Dude, think about the question very simply, right? It's like essentially asking, okay, do you act as though if God exists or not God exists, given your morality, right? Now, either Ika can say, well, God isn't my motivations for how I behave, right? I have these other external causal things that cause me to do it, right? So therefore, my answer is no. Or we can say, well, yeah, I actually, ascribe to some moral system that God is the foundation of those moralities. So I do act as though
God would be the motivation.
No, or it isn't, and it can be anything else, right?
That's why I'm saying none.
So wait, hold on.
And he said no.
The implicature. How is the implicature then being that the opposite is that atheists have no morality then? Like I don't understand.
No, because here's where the conversation. You jumped in.
The original argument was.
Yeah, Nathan was going to say this. Nathan was asking him if he acts a certain way, and then Nathan, and he's going to back out of it now, but he was going to imply that the reason he acts that way is because he believes in God. And I wanted to point out that he acts in a certain accordance, whether or not he's motivated by it.
You're wrong. I said no.
If you're agnostic, you're an atheist.
No, so I said this, right? I say how he operates, and because he started talking about he operates similar to as if God exists, and he was trying to compare it to him being moral, or him getting his morals from like a certain religion, and that wasn't the point I was trying to make. That's why I said no. Forget the moral thing. Forget that. I'm talking about people who attribute things to God, and you muddied it up and said motivations for some reason. That's why I said.
So does he attribute his actions towards God? You prefer that instead of motivates?
No, listen, there are people who believe in God, right? Who don't. There are people who believe in God who don't like hold to any type of moral frameworks that's similar to like a Christian belief or anything like that. They like talk to God. They will like have conversation. They believe like God is their protector. They believe in spirits and all this other stuff. Those individuals, do we operate as if the same way people who believe in God, operate in this world? Like they have this person looking down on them. Not they watching them to see if they're doing anything.
All right, cool. Ewok, do you believe that agnostic people are atheists?
No, that's
no. I disagree with Mike in those type of issues.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because Mike was the one trying to make like this false dichotomy of excluded middles, when if the question is not like is there a God or is there not a God, but rather do you believe there's a God or not a God?
That's wrong. I would agree that you're correct.
It's faulty logic. Nathan, you see how your back's breaking up right now? That's how that works.
No, but I know Nathan disagrees with me. Like there's people on this app that hold that agnostic atheism and stuff is like a coherent idea. I don't share those. I don't think I make that statement either.
I believe in that foolishness. Agnostic atheism. I don't believe that foolishness.
Yeah, you believe.
I didn't case that God exists.
That's a binary construct too.
Yeah, I believe in dichotomy. You too, right? I don't believe that.
I do hold to God, so I do think there are two dichotomies in the world, right?
Yeah. I'm in a bird. So people like Samoa believes like the light can be on and not on at the same time. Like there's some third option when the light is off. So no, that's what you're saying. Like, is the light on or off? You're gonna say when the light is on and off at the same time, right?
Right. So then listen to the.
Yes. Okay. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's actually true in particle physics. So.
Right. So the premise of your question is that there's only two choices. That's the premise of your question.
Yes, because it's a dichotomy. It's either the case that God exists or God does not exist. There's no third option.
So just hold on. I just wanted to make sure you understood what the question was that they were debating on. Mike was arguing that agnostics are actual atheists, and an atheist can say, no, this fucker's a fucking theist, because he won't come to my side. So this third person has to exist. But in your dichotomy, it's easier for you to tackle it down, and I understand why people do that. You're a two-dimensional thinker. Just wear it. It's cool, bro.
I don't know what that means. Hey, Coco, you wanted to say something? I kind of cut you off, bro.
Oh, no. I just wanted to say that I'm an American. This is... Thank y'all. So
I would say this: the bird brain Samoa. Samoa, listen. If I ask you, hey, is the light on or is the light off? Give me the third option.
Yeah,
I don't know if the light's on or the light's off because I can't.
Yeah, there's no third option.
There's no third option, right?
That's not the answer about. That's not an answer about the ontological status. So that's an answer about like your dispositions and epistemic limitations, right? So those are separate answers.
So then let me use the same.
Thank you.
Use the same analogy real quick, right?
So what I'm asking you about the ontological status of something, right? That's what I want.
What the hell? All right, cool. But if we're looking at the same light switch, but now we have a dimmer, is the light all the way on or is it all the way off?
All the way on. You see what you asked me? I asked you a question. Is the light on or off?
Right. You gotta think outside of the
that's a different. That's a different.
You say you have to change it up.
Is it fully on, or is it partially off?
It was the exact same thing that he said to me. I just and I was confused.
What if you had only partially regulated the switch? Okay, so that it is half fast.
Let me just demonstrate what I just did, right? Wait. Nathan, let me just demonstrate what I just did, Nathan. What I did was the
object, right?
No, just wait. So what I did was I changed the words around, but had the exact same point that you made, and you had to hesitate because you didn't understand it.
No, it doesn't.
All the way on or all the way off. It's a binary, bro.
It's not the point about it being.
Look, you're just confused right now, bro.
No, I think you're confused. Like,
oh my God,
like,
this is crazy.
There is an either or. Like, look, when you have like a dim light on, the light is still on, right?
Oh my goodness. What does all the way and all the way mean?
Stop. I'm trying to answer. The light is either on or off. Right?
All the way.
Now you're asking for some type of like further like qualitative analysis about.
Thing that he did.
Shut up, bro. Why can't you let people answer your question? You fucking you're so simian that you can't even fucking shut up for 5 seconds unless someone talks to you.
It's the autism, bro.
No, look. But the idea there is that now after we've already had the ontological status of it being on or off being selected, you're asking a further question and saying something like, well, how much light is it emitting, given some type of standard measurement, right? And that's a different question because there's already a dichotomy there such that the light is on or off, right? Then you have a separate separate measurement that is either true or false as well, and that's
how much is it on? How much is?
Wait, hold on.
No,
so,
the question of where does it go?
When I say, is it all the way on?
Metaphysically, IO, but that's further down the line.
No, it's not metaphysical. It's literally quantum physics. You can demonstrate this in a lab. Superposition.
Oh my God.
Sorry, there's some.
Wait. I just wanted to demonstrate exactly what the point was because I was quiet while AWOL was speaking. Right there. I said all the way on or all the way off. In the question, it was meant to make him think about what I'm saying to him when it's the exact same dimensions that he's using. It's not the same.
I've never heard of a light.
It's not the same dimensions, bro.
All the way on and all the way off.
It's like saying something like this, right? We can say something that.
Give me the.
No, we can say something like. We can say something like, okay, either X emits the light or not, right? Now, there's also a further
third option, AWOL.
Hold on. There's a further qualitative analysis, right, about how much the light is producing, which is a different measurement. And the point that we're saying is that when you switch the scopes,
he still thinks I was making a different point.
No, but when you switch the scopes and the predicates, you're not talking about the same subject anymore, right? You're not talking about ontological massive objects. Look,
so what's the way? Let's answer. What's the question? Simone?
Right. The light, the dial, right? All the way on, all the way off is the dichotomy that you keep on presenting with light on, light off.
Okay, so you asking me if the light? You asking me if the light is all the way on or all the way off?
I just wanted to demonstrate how bad you guys' arguments are. You guys are arguing when I'm saying the exact same thing. You can't even see what I'm doing to you right now, bro. I'm saying what you're saying and you're disagreeing with it. Why?
You're not saying that, and 2 people tell you you're not saying that.
Hold on, light on, light off, light all the way on, light all the way off.
Dude, all the way stuff is what's jumbling it up, right? It's not like something all the way.
It's either on or off, bro. What is going on?
Look, hey, we're talking about being
the nuance of belief.
I mean,
Steven.
This is horrible.
Samoa, your question is, repeat the question again with the dial.
Brother,
you said the dial?
Yes.
Let's just repeat the question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Is the light all the way on or all the way off?
And it has a dial on it, right?
Yeah, but look.
So it's only 2 options. It's only 2 options, right?
Yes.
So it's either the case that it's on. Yeah, it's either the case that it's on or off, right?
Yeah.
So why put all the way on and all? Why put that in there?
To demonstrate. Wait, hold on, AWOL. Hold on,
AWOL. There's gotta be in there. It's such that
exactly
the different measurements. It's either true. Okay, thank you, dumbass. In specific measurements, it's either the case that it is or isn't that measurement, right? So there is a true dichotomy, even within the supplemental gradients of a fucking scale, right? But the point I'm talking about is the thing I think Nathan's trying to point out to you is that it's not like something all the way exists or doesn't all the way exist, right? And when it comes down to existential quantifiers, a true dichotomy always holds, right? In every instance, right? Now, if we're talking about qualitative analysis, we're gonna have individual propositions that are indexed towards a specific measurement. And those propositions are either true or false as well. So you're not really getting out of the kind of conundrum. Well, do you understand what I said to you?
Oh yeah, bro, I do. All right, so real quick, Nathan.
Can you wait some more? Can you steel man him right quick?
Just steel man what I said.
Who cares? Let's just.
Come on.
Hold on. Who cares? So let's just look at what you just asked me, right? You got a light switch. It's either up or down, on or off, right? This is the dichotomy that you keep on representing. You got a dial.
Yes, it's the light. Yeah, and I'm talking about the lights. The lights being on or off.
Right. And now you got a dial. It's all the way on or it's all the way off, the lights are still going to be off or on?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
And this is so stupid.
Yeah, right, did you even listen to what AWOL just say?
Bro,
He's not indexing his
hold on real
propositions
quick, bro. The problem with what he's doing is he's trying to get a third option of what varies in between these 2 points. That's what he's trying to argue right now. I'm making sure that you and I are still stuck on the binary that I was pointing out earlier. The lights either
there's no third options. There's no third option.
Yeah, and what you and I are talking about, because I implemented the dial, now AWOC is saying, hold on, let's have a further conversation.
Oh my
it's
God.
more complex than that.
Nathan, this is such a bad argument. I don't know why you got people around that just make these bad arguments every day. Let me see what else.
And the only reason why it's bad is because I made
Samoa is doing a terrible job at it.
Hold on real quick, just so I can demonstrate it.
It used to be so good, but now you just have people that make bad arguments and troll. Okay.
Oh, come on, bro. So I made Nathan's argument, and AWOC wants to be so argumentative that now he's arguing Inkin's position.
Wait, no, I'm not. I don't think. Wait, how am I arguing Inkin's position?
No, because I just added the dial. Now it's not a 1 or 2.
Wait, do you think I'm arguing? Do you think I'm arguing your position? Do you think it's a good characterization?
No, I think that all you're backing off on. Well, I don't think you ever were on the same train that Mike was. I think what you're trying to say is like the dichotomy. Like you can have dichotomies. No one denies the ability of like dichotomies being true dichotomies. There can always be true dichotomies, right? And you introduce like a third option that's no longer a dichotomy. Like all that you're basically.
There's no third option in the dichotomy.
Okay. No.
Wait, let him finish. He's saying I introduced another option that allows the dichotomy to hold.
Okay, sorry.
So I'm saying like you're saying that hey, there's two dichotomies with Samoa, right? And so what you're doing this is like you're adding things to it, so that like this is no longer a dichotomy, right? So like all that you're saying is like, okay, is there a God or is not a God? It's a dichotomy, right? There's no dimmer in this question of there's a God or there's not a God, right?
Yeah, especially when it comes to essential things, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you, right? It doesn't exist.
Yeah. Where I think you agree with me, or you try to separate yourself from Mike, is the fact that this is not a true dichotomy when it comes to the beliefs that people hold, right? It's not that either they believe in God or they do not believe in God, and I'm okay with that. Like that's the state that I believe that I am in, right? And the only way that you can get me to go with one is by forcing the false dichotomy, right? By trying to exclude the third option, which I belong to. Yeah, and that's why I like. See, like
that's the point I'm making right now, right? So Mike, Nathan, hold on. Mike and Nathan are holding to the dichotomy, right?
Yo, let him finish, Samoa, because he's like, there's one more.
Bro, he just made the point.
No.
What the hell is wrong with y'all? He just made his point.
Let Inkin finish.
All right, go ahead, Inkin. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Go ahead,
Inkin.
No.
Damn, stupid, bro. He was gonna repeat himself again.
No. That Samoa is saying is all that Samoa is saying like this. I think he's trying to say, hey, this question is like better. It's not this dichotomy of like you believe in God or do you not believe in God. There's like a dimmer in this situation, right? Where this is not a dichotomy, where you can be in between the varying levels of this. So when when Nathan's asking me this question of this, a better way to phrase a more accurate representation, it would like render like certain values in reality would be posing the question with the dimmer rather than the dichotomy, because that's a false dichotomy. And so whatever answer you get out of that will be untrue.
Thank you, Inkin.
I'm pushing back. No, but I'm pushing back against the dimmer thing, because I'm saying even in the case of the dimmer switch, there are true dichotomies and propositions about those statements, right? Like, and at the same time, like he's not really defeating the idea that dichotomies are like false or something like that. He's just like asking a weirdly ordered predicate question, right? Doesn't really index his propositions properly, right? What I'm saying is like the reason why the true dichotomy exists in the instance of like the existential questions is because something either exists or doesn't exist. But like your belief states, right, aren't dichotomous in that way. Like you're able to like abstain from having a belief in something in such a way that like, you know, it's fine to have, you know, it's fine to not take the choice. And now the thing is though about that belief, the belief is either true or false, right? But you just don't have a position on it, right? It's not like when Samoa raises that, he's debunking true dichotomies in reality. He's just saying pointing to the fact that people don't have to believe in something like that, right? So the dimmer switch question isn't really doing the work he thinks he's doing hypothetically, right? Because we can answer those things with true dichotomies.
All right, real quick, right? So if I add the dial to the situation, a person who's arguing from Nathan or Mike's perspective is going to phrase it as all the way on or all the way off. There's no middle, bro. For them, there's no middle. There's nothing else that exists between point A and point B.
For existential propositions, yes, that's the case.
Right, and the point I was making is even if I add the Tao, they're still going to deny the fact that I'm agreeing with their position at that point in time. The Tao doesn't make any sense because he's blinded by whatever.
No, wait, like,
come on,
they have a different argument. Their argument is something like, okay, agents don't abstain from making choices, right? They think that an agent, when they have a proposition presented to them, has some type of intuition or some type of innate state that leads them towards the proposition or against it in such a way they're not really necessarily abstaining from the question, right? And they have a different kind of like philosophy of mind about that stuff, right? You have to debunk those arguments, not just like raise a stupid dialogue.
Whatever, bro. That is so weird. I just demonstrated how Nathan didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I added the Tao there. He said, I don't even want to address the Tao, but we all know the Tao exists.
No, that's no. But Nathan's point is the Tao doesn't exist in his like philosophy of mind.
Right, because it's a light switch.
Yeah, either like he's like I said before, he takes a position where like agents can't abstain from belief states like that. They have intuitions or innate like things that push them one way or the other necessarily. And I think that's what King was trying to say too.
No, King was on the side of it's us versus you. A lot of people are on that side.
Do you have like an argument from philosophy of mind about those arguments, or are you gonna like just reaffirm your belief? Like,
no,
like the point here is that you have to have an argument.
Wait, hold on. So this all started about the structure of debate, and some people just don't care about persuading arguments. They're saying, "Hey, it's either I win or I win or you win." There's nothing in the middle. So then Lincoln stands up and says, "Hey, I'm an agnostic." One side's going to say, "No, you're not. You're a fucking theist." The other side's going to say, "No, you're not. You're a fucking atheist." So now he no longer exists, and that's the only point that we were making. They had the back and forth.
What?
And that was the point of their back and forth, Mike and Lincoln.
No, I'm like, what doesn't exist? Incan doesn't exist, or what?
Yes, Incan doesn't exist here. He's either going to be an atheist or he's a theist, depending on who's looking at him.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, look, but the point is that, like, look, if you disagree with Nathan's like whole like philosophy of mind stuff, and like everyone else's, you have to give an argument. Independent of this
Incan gave the argument. Yeah, Incan gave the argument.
Incan is saying something like, look, I think there are third grounds that you can take. Like, I have abstained from believing in it, right? But that's just him restating his position, right? It's not an argument.
No. So, have you been here for a while, bro? Like, he offered his argument when they were going back and forth.
Disingenuous. No. No, like, let's there's some things that are convincing and there's some things that are not convincing.
He'll speak for himself,
Right.
Well, he's asking me to like validate that argument, like to validate the argument. There is a third option, right? So like I'm making the claim that there's a third option, right?
Right.
That you could be like,
well,
he's asking
you and me agree.
So like then. Yeah. I kind of like, I see where AWOL's coming from. Like, so AWOL is kind of.
I know what he's talking about. I'm saying that what he's talking about is exactly what took place.
Point, though?
Wait, what?
I don't know, bro. That's just Jacobus.
Nah, finish your point. He keep cutting you off.
No. That's all I was gonna say. That AWOL is just asking me to validate my point. It's like, well, like if you do believe there's a third option, right? And it's like, well, can you validate it, right? And so my answer would be something along the lines of like, you don't have to have a dichotomy in your belief system. It can be the case that you may have certain intuitions for believing God and intuitions that you don't have believing in God, right?
Yeah.
And though you can judge and you can judge those intuitions to be like how accurate you think you're a representation of them given past experiences. So I can point out to experiences where my intuition has failed me and has gone against what is real, and that I'm conscious of it, and therefore I don't see these intuitions as like reasoning of why I should believe on something more just because I have an intuition about it, right? So that's like kind of how the dialogue would go, right?
You don't take intuitions as justifiers, right? I mean, like, I'm not worried, but my point here wasn't like to harp on your point, right? Like, I don't really have a structural issue with you being like some type of like, you don't take intuitions to be justifiers, right? You know, even though like I personally do in some instances. My point here is that Samoa, when he presents the little dial thing, right? Like, he's not giving an argument that motivates like Nathan's position to be wrong, right? He's just assuming his position when he does that. He needs to present an argument that says, okay, premise one, like something like, you know, a third position exists if X is true, then say something like X is true given some type of like third argument, right? And then we can have like an agreement to Samoa, right? Isn't this get to be like, here's
I'm not offering an argument. I'm showing you how bad faith is being, bro.
He doesn't have, no, you're being bad faith when you do this. He doesn't give us some stupid ass position that just restates his claim without another justifier.
What was my claim? Hold on, what was my claim?
Well, your point is that the dial proves that there's like a third state.
No.
It doesn't.
No. What I'm saying is that if the dial is implemented, regardless on how anybody else views this, Nathan's going to take the position that it's all the way on or all the way off. because that dichotomy has to exist.
Wait, what's the point what was the point of your question then?
To show him that regardless on what I'm saying, he's going to disregard.
Right? It's supposed to intuition pump him.
Hold on, bro. I clearly said what I was demonstrated was to say the exact same thing that he believes in, and he's going to question it because who's arguing the point, not the actual.
Yeah, it was a rhetorical move to show that they give an intuition that his point is wrong. But the point I'm saying for here is that that's not an argument.
Wrong that he's wrong, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's the same thing. They're doing the same work in the conversation here. My point here is that that's not an argument.
Maybe you can just think about what I'm saying.
That's not. No, I am thinking about what you're saying. That's not an argument to show that there's a third option, right? At most, you're
smuggling in the idea. I'm not making an argument that there's a third option.
At most, you're just assuming your position again when you ask that question, right? And when I give you some type of articulation that shows that one can answer that question by maintaining dichotomies given individual sectors in that gradient, right? You just don't engage with it.
Right? Do you even know what my claim was? What was my claim?
Look. You can keep asking me questions again, but I think I've done
a really good job. Right, because you're assuming that I made a claim, dumb.
I think I'm doing a good job at articulating like what's going on here.
I've been talking about
I think people who are here are going to understand what I'm saying.
Now look at this. Look at him. Copping a plea, bro. Copping a plea. I was only talking about Inkin's claim. I haven't stated a claim. If you want me to offer my claim, I can make a claim. But I haven't offered a claim. I just showed you how a person who's emotionally tied to their position, a person who's emotionally tied to their position will argue it even if you're saying the same thing. I said that's what I'm demonstrating at that point. So when you say, well, you're not even framing your argument.
Wait, is that not a claim?
Oh my gosh.
That is the claim.
See, it seems like that
was not an argument, dumb.
Yeah, I know. That's my point. No, that's my point is that you never gave an argument for your claim. Instead, you just restarted your claim again and smuggled in like a loaded analogy.
You hear this, bro? Look, all hear it, bro. I'm listening to Nathan's position, Mike's position. I'm listening to Inkin's position. What I said was, watch this. I'm going to go ahead and add a dial to the equation, say the exact same thing Nathan is going to say, and Nathan's going to say no. Okay? And that's what happened.
Nathan didn't say that stupid shit.
Come on, bro. Stupid stuff, bro. You switch the language just a little bit, but you have the same conclusion, and people who are all in the mix of the means are going to argue you down. Why the dial isn't appropriate. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. It's either on or off. That's the binary.
Is this conversation still about God?
Nah, what he's saying is inconsequential to the whole premise. So throw this nigga argument out. It's doodle.
All right, that is Jacobus. What's up, brother?
Well, I mean, let's take him seriously, Jacobus, and like just pretend he's not like a retard like he is, right? Like if it is consequential, he should be able to explain
people normally listen before they start talking. That's what they normally do.
Like if it's so inconsequential, how about you cash it out logically for us on the stage here, provide an argument for why it is
original line of argument. Agnostics don't actually exist. They're either going to claim to be that they're actual atheists. That was the original line of attack.
Yeah, okay. Next, right? That
okay,
was
there you
one.
go. Right. The other side says, and this is Incan, there's a third option.
Do you know what an argument is?
Hold on. Like, there's a third option. This is Incan's argument. Hold on. This is Incan's premise, right? So Incan's premise is, no, hold on, there's a third option here. I should exist in this discussion. His argument, I have been convinced a little bit on this side, I've been convinced a little bit on this side, and I'm not convinced totally to move left or right. The opposition, no, you motherfucker, you're one or the other, there's nothing else that exists. Like, what is the problem, bro? You guys are freaking idiot, bro. Like, who are you talking about, man?
But I'm
just pointing out that some people... Hold on, bro.
They provided further justification.
Yeah, that's fine. But I just want to make sure that you understand what I was saying. I was saying that the reason why chillism... Right, because you weren't here, bro. Yeah, you weren't here. So I just wanted to draw a distinction between the White Belt Wrestling Federation, the type of conversations that happen there are going to happen.
Can you tell me, where's the part where you demonstrate why it's like logically relevant?
Hold on, bro. So I just wanted to demonstrate how there's a difference between how we define a debate in chillism and in the White Belt Wrestling Federation. You're going to go to 3D and 4D over there. You're going to stay in 2D over here. That's how that works. Okay?
So I didn't know that was two different groups. So thank you for letting me know.
Stupid, bro. Oh yeah, all day.
Did anyone hear him answer my question about why the thing isn't logically relevant in that little gibberish or no? I'm seriously, I listened, I didn't hear it.
Damn, bro, put your hands back in your pocket. Shit. Embarrassing.
Dude, take your hand off your dick and answer a question properly for once.
Hey, yo, pause.
Wow. He's thinking about dick today.
Right.
Well, like, I guess my question, I guess, like, Nathan would be now, like Nathan, you have, like...
Bro,
like,
he wants to branch off the main line to start a new conversation to hide the fact that he was lost in the first place, bro.
Hey, James, I wanted to have a powwow with you earlier before I left, and my thing